not based off of any big company or anything like that. They just do it all through their own shit, which just gives like everybody cheap Wi-Fi, all super really good too, because it's all just done like everybody is hosting in the community, you know. And I thought that was pretty rad. I also heard about, Dave told me, this is a little bit different topic, but Z told me the other day about an hours bank, right? Are you ready for this?
What's an hours bank?
So I told you about this, I think, when we were at the bar, but an hours bank is like, so think keyboard. Right, and in Keepore we have people who are carpenters, and there's probably a doctor that lives here, and like we know for sure there's a chiropractor that lives here, and there's people who have different services to offer, right? So you donate an hour of your time to somebody. Like if you're a carpenter, right? So you're gonna come over here and you're gonna help build a fucking staircase for me. So you're gonna donate 2 hours of your time that goes to a bank, and you can spend that with another person for 2 hours of their services, right? So even if it wasn't for me, you donated 2 hours of your time to me, and so you have 2 hours in the bank. So you can take that and go and see the chiropractor for an hour if you want to, and then go and see the doctor for an hour, and not pay money for it, but use the time that you have stored in this time bank. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Kind of. And so,
it's just a way to get shit done and not have to pay money for it. It's just like a microeconomy inside of like what's going on there.
So everybody kind of agrees just to take the hit on.
Well, like, I mean, so if you're going to come pay for
this,
if you're going to, right. It's your time is what you're putting in, right? If you're going to build stairs for me, I'm going to buy the material, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to build the stairs with me. You're going to help me build my stairs, and then if you need prescriptions, you have to pay for them, you know. And if I'm a doctor and I have to test your blood, then you have to pay the fucking $20 or whatever.
But like not the office call,
right? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to pay a deductible. There's no fucking insurance involved. There's no nothing.
Man,
I'm going to see
nice.
you. Exactly.
Sounds like my doctor.
So it's all just time. It's all just through time, you know. Like when he was telling me about it, Dave was saying that the host helped someone, I think, do some yard work, right, and then got like an hour sailing lesson out of it. Like that's what he did. Like with his time, is the dude doesn't have to do anything but take him out on his boat and teach him how to sail. Yeah, you know. So it's shit that doesn't cost you money anyway.
Dude, that's
shit that just costs your time. Yeah.
So it's like not necessarily goods, but services.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That'd be fucking awesome. That would be cool.
Thought was super rad.
It's like forced community involvement, but it's good community involvement.
Yeah. Laptop just sucks, I think.
Neighbor helping neighbor.
Part of the jam.
What about pulling it up on your phone, Don?
Well, I believe if I go to full screen or something like that, then I can at least see the fucking activity on it, and that's the only...
So many problems with this live stream
that really matters, you know, is I just
because we're back on the Facebook, right? Sweet.
People say about it. So I probably could do it on my phone. I'd have to download Facebook on my phone real quick, which
I'd do it, but my phone's being a
no,
hotspot
and you're fine. These are all things that we should have.
Your phone is not being a hotspot.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Whose is?
It's the internet.
Oh, it's the Wi-Fi?
We're just good to go.
So then I can put it on my phone.
Yeah, and then you can track it on there. Sorry about all of the snow. I'm not sorry.
It's a fun pre-show, guys.
Yeah. So, what did you say?
It's your first try.
Yeah. It is our first try.
Growing pains.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. My mom said she's hanging in here with us. So I can see the shit right here. I can see the comments right here.
Okay.
Like, that's not a problem. Because that's all that we need it for. I don't need to watch the fucking video on here. I really just need to see what people are saying.
Perfect.
If people have questions or anything like that. Because that's the whole purpose of... Just so everybody understands what the fucking difficulty is here. We're trying to get it all set up so that we can be monitoring the live stream at the same time. So if you guys have any questions or have anything like that, then we can answer them on the live stream. That's the intent. So thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. I see that you said you're here staying in there with us. So
thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do, definitely. So I mean, but that's pretty much all that I did this week. That's all that I have to say. So much for the pre-show proper. What have you eaten today before you got here? Because
I made myself some. Well, I made the family this morning some. I think it's technically like a huevos rancheros. It was like black beans and sauce with 3 fried eggs on top, some cheese, and some bacon, and we ate it with tortillas. And it was money. It was a good way to start the morning.
Don't act like I didn't cook you breakfast this morning.
I had a delicious egg burrito.
Yes.
Yeah.
Donovan made me eat the whole thing.
She's growing my baby.
Yeah.
She's got to eat the whole thing.
You gotta eat them.
Exactly. That's what,
Yeah.
just part of life.
For sure.
So, I think that's pretty much it for as far as the pre-show, right?
Yeah, which is funny because Twitter's already closed.
Twitter's gone.
Instagram is closed.
So Facebook is.
So Facebook has been the only one.
Going. So nothing is actually going to happen. But you guys are going to watch us start the show, which is going to,
it's going to be
nice.
exciting.
So, and then we're gonna, like I said, we have my TV on behind you guys, and we're gonna turn the closed caption on when we start the show because that is going to be part of the fun. And we're going to let this inspire the conversation. We're going to work our way up through the channel, so we're going to hit some sports. Casey's here so we can talk more about baseball, so I won't feel like such a fucking idiot. And we'll be able to talk like a little bit about politics when it goes through because some shit popped up with China. There's some trade stuff going on. Scott Pruitt got fired the other day because he's a piece of shit.
Finally.
So there are things to be discussed here, and that's the intent. So I think with that, right, Offie, we can start the show proper.
Yeah.
So,
do we want to, so goodbye pre-show. Cut. Now, everything that's happening is not, none of this is real. You're all dreaming right now.
Oh, yes.
I didn't think it was that funny, but I'll take it.
That was perfect is what it was.
So, do we need beverages? Everything's good?
I'm good. We got a couple of waters here.
Okay.
I can take that bong if you want to hand that.
Word. Shrink.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Facebook.
All right, got to pull up my the standard files.
Yeah, this is the in-between show that you guys don't usually see.
Live stream exclusive.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it felt so weird this week to not do hardcore proper show prep. I felt like all week I was like, dude, I need to be doing something. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I played Battlefield last night till 10:30. It was nice.
Nice.
I was doing real good. I had all these stupid ass missions. Like one, I had a. Right now, I'm having to try and kill hella people with a fucking pistol so that I can get.
Oh yeah,
I don't
get
even
the bonus.
Yeah, some other type of weapon that I'm trying to get. I don't even fucking remember anymore. I'm so irritated about it. It's stupid. When they started putting out DLCs, they changed the way you get new weapons. So instead of just ranking up and getting a new weapon, you have to do things to fucking unlock it. So one of them is I had to kill 25 people with an anti-tank mine. You know how fucking hard it is to get a tank to drive over a mine that can see, dog? You know how fucking hard that is? It's super hard. So you're and you can't hold a gun and a mine at the same time. So you're running towards a tank with a mine in your hand and no gun to try and set it down in front of it so that you can kill yourself with this AT mine and also kill the tank in hopes that it will kill the person inside of it.
That sounds like the struggle is real.
Yeah. But I did that last night, and then it wasn't worth it. I got the new gun, and it wasn't any better than the one before. I'm really not happy about it. I had it, and then I switched back to the one that I had anyway. I don't know. Yeah.
It's I got that, and that was a waste.
Yeah, I was using anybody who plays fucking Battlefield 1 will understand this, but I was using the Hell Regal, and I was trying to get the Hell Regal defensive.
The Hell Regal. You know what the Hell Regal's all about?
Yeah. It's a SMG in the assault class, and it's a good one. A big old drum fucking magazine. And I tried to get one with a bigger magazine, but they also changed the sights and shit, and the new sights aren't weak as shit. They're not as good. So I'm not happy about it. That's all right. It doesn't matter. So
all right. So we'll just
go into regular show.
Yeah. And so we'll do everything, remind everybody about this stuff, and then we'll just coming up on this week's show.
Yeah.
21st episode live stream special.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. That was the stuff we were talking about. All these channels that are going to come on, and then we might watch The Proposal, because we talked so much shit about that show, so we can see what that's about. We might watch some YouTube videos or something. I mean, we got a whole world of internet at our disposal, which is kind of nice.
The internet is a big place.
At the fingertips.
At the fingertips, that's right, Case Bohls. So, do you want to start the real show?
Yeah.
Now?
Let's just give it just a little bit before I can.
Yeah. do whatever you need, buddy. Your job is hard.
I'm not going off script this time. Last week's opening was fucking rough. I was not happy with it.
Went off script a little bit.
Yeah, and it just kind of devolved, and you get inside your own head, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying right now?" And then the whole time you're trying to talk through it. Okay, no, we're good. That's why I usually smoke weed before the show now, just
beforehand.
Yeah, because even after
Nice
20 some episodes and a completely bogus episode once, so this is actually secretly our
22.
Yeah, but yeah, I still get like kind of like semi-nervous for the first couple minutes. It's weird.
Yeah.
So you get into the swing thing.
All right.
No, I was nervous the first time. Just sitting there.
All right, ready?
I'm ready. Whenever you are.
Wait for Jordan.
All right.
Word.
The wives are retiring.
Got
Guys are
it.
going upstairs or something?
Oh yeah, that'll be
You're doing something.
Yep.
sweet, sweet.
I'll go upstairs, say hi, and then skedaddle.
All right, cool.
Gonna go play stuff.
All right.
Love you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be safe,
Bye.
anymore.
I'm getting in the shot.
Love
Have fun. Make good choices.
Yeah.
Always.
It's going to be sweet.
I always make good decisions.
Know your limits.
Yes.
That's what my mom said. So, Mom, if you're watching, I'll be good. I told her to tune in.
Oh, God, this is going to be so fun. All right, I can't wait for the power hour to start.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to
Okay.
be good.
All right, so we'll just do kind of a little silence before, like we usually do,
Just so you
just
guys
to help mark the spot.
know.
And we're back. Salted Streets Podcast.
This is Saturday, July 7th, 1:36 p.m. It's episode 21. I almost said 22. July. I don't know what I was going to say instead of that, but
That's hilarious.
yeah, and this is it. We're here. I'm Donovan.
This is Colin.
We got a special guest here,
Case Bohls.
Case Bohls.
So welcome back, everyone, to the Salt of the Streets podcast, the everyday normal person's podcast, where we bring you social and political commentary, weekly news, pop culture, sports, and of course, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today is kind of a special day. We're going to be very special day. And yeah, actually, for those of you who are just listening to this, you missed out on the opportunity, but you could still go find it on YouTube right now. We are attempting to do a full-on live stream of the entire show today on our Facebook page. You can find that at Facebook/Salt of the Streets. And yeah, so anyways, for the rest of you, we're going to kind of be playing this live today. So we're going to talk to the camera a little bit. We're just going to do kind of our normal style where we just kind of bullshit and talk and stuff. But we're kind of letting the, we're going to be watching some cable TV.
We are.
And so we're going to let the mainstream media kind of steer the conversation. So it'll be fun. We got our very special friend to the show, Case Bohls, is here. Later on in the show, they're going to be attempting I think, Case Bohls, you're going to do it too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so Don and Case Bohls are going to be attempting to do a power hour, which, for those of you who don't know, 1 shot of beer every minute for an hour. And I think it works out to
It's like
5.
7.5 beers.
Okay. That's a lot
7.5
of liquid.
12-ounce beers.
Okay. That's a lot of liquid to fit inside your body in an hour.
Yeah, so...
Hopefully you can pee a lot.
And, well, so you only have 1 minute. So, I mean, if
Yeah.
you can pee in less than a minute, then you can do it. But I'm also thinking that if you're drinking them that fast, it probably won't hit you that quick, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So...
I think that's the usual problem, is volume as compared to anything else.
Right.
But before we jump into everything, just a quick reminder, I almost totally forgot about this.
All of our social media?
Yeah, hit up all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Salt of the Streets, YouTube channel, Salt of the Streets, Alpaca Donovan on Instagram for Don.
And then, Alpaca_Donovan.
There we go.
And then Salt of the Street on Twitter. And then we also have a Salt of the Streets Instagram.
Yeah, Salt of the Streets Instagram.
That one's popping as fuck.
So many
check that shit
followers.
out.
But today, the Facebook followers are getting the special stream.
Yeah.
So, if you aren't a member of our Facebook following, what do you call those on Facebook? Likes? I'm not really sure on the lingo. But either way, like us, follow us, give us a review wherever
Something
you're
like
listening to
that.
this on the whatever podcast platform you're on.
Yeah.
If you feel like reaching out and joining in the conversation, hit us up on any of those, or hit us up in the comments, or hit us up on saltedstreets.com, where we post our blog and our dissents. Every week, every Thursday, you either get a blog or a dissent. Dissents come once a month, blogs come every week. And I think with that, we'll just jump into it.
Yeah, I think that we're good to go. I'm just closed caption is what we're doing.
Oh yeah, we got to put the closed captions on.
Yeah,
because we're gonna keep. We're just gonna keep the TV on and just kind of start working up on the channels.
Words. All
so
right.
which channel is this?
So we're gonna go back and we're gonna start at 3, and this is the Bremerton.
I think that's the Port Orchard one.
This is channel 2. So this is Turning Point. Oh, here we can get some information.
This reminds me of when you fell asleep. You keep seeing that meme or whatever about when you.
Pastor David Jeremiah is what we're watching. Turning Point with David Jeremiah.
Man, how many times do you ever fall asleep in the middle of the night, or you wake up early in the morning?
Yeah.
And you'd have one of these programs playing. Like, what did you do to my TV channel?
So yeah, this is a what do you call it, televangelist?
Yes,
yeah.
he's built some of his spiritual muscles up, a certain level of maturity that tells him when the enemy comes, I got something to throw in his face.
Wow.
I can do battle with the enemy. That's another level of maturity. This is what the guy's saying. Now, there's a great gap between being a child and a young adult, but the gap between being a young adult and a father, that's a huge gap.
Oh yeah, everybody in the audience like, yep. Preach, brother.
I don't know that this is something that you could take in a small piece and be like, yeah, this guy makes sense. Like, you probably, for this to make sense, you probably have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole sermon. So because I don't want to make this guy look stupid. But
I mean,
he's a televangelist.
He is a televangelist.
I said, I wonder what he does with his offering trays.
Well, look at this big-ass church that they're in.
Wonder how that worked out for him.
Yeah, this is TBN. That's the channel. I don't know what that stands for.
The Broadcast Network. No, I don't know.
Theocracy Broadcast Network?
Look at all those people, man. I don't know.
That's a fuckload of people. This
a nice plush.
Is this a mega church? How many people do you have to accommodate to be considered a mega church?
That's that's enough.
Oh,
when you have
it goes all the way up and around.
Yeah,
too.
look at that, all the way around.
He's confused. Sorry, audience member.
Like, dude, what are you talking about?
It wasn't hitting his brain.
He's lost.
Oh.
You can call for a prayer. You can call Turning Point at 1-855-993-1792.
I wonder how much they charge for a prayer.
Right,
well, it's probably donation.
Shout out to my pops, Kelly Phillips. He just said, "Hey, fellas, over here on the live stream."
Yo,
what up, Pops? So are you guys ready to move on to?
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm not big on the
Channel
televangelist.
3. So this is the Bremerton channel, and I think that this is different Armed Forces Day parades.
Yeah. It looks like this one's the North. What's that fire?
Yeah, that's North Kitsap.
Yeah.
What's up, boys?
So this is maybe in Kingston or maybe in Paulsbo.
That is King. This might be the 4th of July parade.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's probably what it is. Is 4th of July parade.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Man, I could be like almost right there.
Yeah. So this is the Kingston 4th of July parade that we're watching.
The one that Derek Kilmer went to.
Fucking Derek Kilmer.
Yeah,
He was there. I seen a picture of him. Offie sent it to me.
That was, I don't know necessarily, because I haven't been to like my local small town parade like that in probably over a decade.
Yeah.
At the very least. And I didn't really know what to expect, but like my best friend was in it with a bunch of his family and stuff like that in his brand new truck, and my grandmother was the grand marshal of the parade, so I figured, why not, it's better time than now to go.
Right.
Carolina had never ever been to a parade, like our American parades,
Never
Even
been
when
to
she
a
lived in New
parade,
York.
never been to the fucking drive-in, never
Yeah.
been to all this shit.
Yeah, I know. We live such sheltered lives, man. That's what happens when you're workaholics like us. Dude, we don't even eat dinner now until like 8 o'clock at night now.
I can't eat that late.
Because by the time Carolina gets home, then she'll like work out every other day.
Yeah.
And by the time that's done and she gets cleaned up and stuff, it's like 7:45.
Yeah.
And then we eat dinner and then we stay up for maybe another hour and then it's like, well shit, time to go to bed.
Can't I don't eat after 7, bro.
Yeah.
I try not to. I try not to.
Yeah.
I will literally stop eating dinner on a weekday. On the weekend, I'll give myself more fuck around time, like because and if we go out to eat, if Because people invite you out to dinner at like 6 or 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So if we have some fucking family dinner to
Would you
go
consider
to,
that
Yo,
littering?
I'm just saying, we're going to have to keep this on for a
Yeah.
minute because there's some dope-ass stuff coming in a second. I was just looking like where we were at in the parade. This is pretty much the beginning, if I remember right.
all the cops.
Yeah.
We're
but
watching
man,
the sheriff now.
this is
Yeah.
going to be dope because there's something really awesome coming down the road that I was not expecting. It blew my fucking mind. But, yeah, tell me, what was the Keyport parade like?
The Keyport parade is people who live in Keyport.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all just people who, like, residents of Keyport that they start at the firehouse because there's, like, a volunteer fire station, like, a couple doors down. And they bring over, like, a fire truck from the base and, like, some shit like that. And people, like, have old cars that come out here. And some people that, like, tow their boats, you know? So people are in the boats. And there's some young motherfuckers that be throwing water balloons and shit every
The
year.
Grand Marshals that.
Oh, no. This is a different year then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is not this last one.
Oh.
That might be last year's or something.
Weird. Who knows?
I recognize all the buildings and stuff being the new ones that are there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it could be last year. Because it definitely wasn't that sunny out last.
Well, and this
This last
channel is kind of weak, right? Because they will also play, like, you know how when you're in junior high and high school, there's, like, a weekly broadcast that the class will put together? They also put that on here. So
I used to do that all the time, dude, in my class. That was dope.
At Ridgetop, what's it? The Raider Review.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
what it's
watching that.
called. So you can watch the Raider Review on this channel. I don't know, what day and time, but there is a set day and time that you can. It's aired on here afterwards because when
That's
I was
fun.
in junior high, I caught it a couple of times.
I used to
They were
watch
like,
it.
yeah,
I see
it
my
was
buddies
the
that I
logo
went.
book.
Yeah, I used to. Just a couple of my buddies were on it.
Yeah,
That's
So I
dope.
watch them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that used to be fun, man. I took it was a class called Visual Communications, VisCom.
that's what.
And it was like it was a long class for, it wasn't like a quarterly class. I think it was like it might have been. I don't know.
class,
I'm talking on
maybe
my
a
ass.
year.
That was like fucking so long ago.
Yeah,
But yeah, we did that. We built up the news show, and then we did like the daily news show. And so we'd take that, we'd record it and stuff, and then it would go up. I don't know what they did with it, but the audio of it would just go on the morning announcements. It was pretty fun. Green screen in the background and like just terribly like shitty backgrounds in the
Yeah.
back.
we had like reporters. Like the kids would go and do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
because
good.
I was in a broadcast class in high school, like my
Yeah.
senior year. We just make whatever funny advertisement type videos we could, but they had the whole green screen, so I was never on camera. We were just had a couple buddies. We just used to try to make funny videos.
Yeah, that was always best because Flash, it was like the main animated or animation
Oh, like a
software.
Flash player.
Yeah.
Will you
And
move
so-
that? I'm sorry. Will you move that blue pillow so
Oh
she
yeah.
can get up?
Come on, Millie.
She's-
Sorry, kiddo.
She's a huge vagina. Sweet. We got a couple cats over here. You can see more.
Show cats are coming in.
chilling.
Where you coming, Millie?
Don't touch me.
Penny's over here. Yeah, no, he doesn't want. Just wants to be by himself. Penny's over here. If you're at the, you might have seen her at some point. She probably will. She'll move.
I like it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think we could change the
All
channel
right, we'll move up one. Strokes of Genius.
on Como News 4.
A young Federer,
Yeah.
Roger Federer.
Yeah, what a baby. Good lord.
Tennis icons Roger Federer chronicled in the depths of. Oh, here we go. Tennis icons Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal are chronicled in depth in a retrospective on their epic 2008 Wimbledon final, which saw Nadal end Federer's 5-year reign on center court.
Ooh, yeah, that's that court right there
Yeah.
where they're at in Wimbledon. I was there once.
Really?
And I watched Nadal play. Who was it? Oh, I can't remember. Definitely wasn't Federer. Maybe it was Federer or Nadal. I can't remember. But yeah, like I was visiting my family. This was right after graduation, so this was like 2005.
Yeah.
And I was in London with my aunt and my uncle and my cousins and stuff, who came up for the fourth, which was dope, and I just saw them. It was awesome. But I was staying at their place, and my uncle, he used to be a professional tennis player in Sweden, and then he was a
Really?
trainer and all this stuff. Yeah, they in a totally different world than the rest of us.
Weird.
And but he has a bunch of contacts, and one of the guys that was playing in the tournament got us tickets for center court. which is something that you can't usually get unless you know somebody.
Yeah.
And so we just got lucky. So I got to sit there and watch a match, center court. And, but Wimbledon's dope, man. That place in London, the big tennis capital. For the most part, if you just pay general admission, you can go in and there's a ton of games happening on all these different courts all over the place.
You can just go and watch.
Yeah. Watched Maria Sharapova play a couple matches, and I'm just like leaning over a barbed wire fence, and she's like 15 feet away from me, just grunting it out, playing this awesome match. And I was like, dude, this is dope.
That's weird.
Yeah, I kind of fell in love with tennis after that, and then
I could probably get into that because I've never been able to enjoy watching it on TV or anything like that. I just don't give a shit.
yeah, because that made it really special. And then once I got out, or I left, once I got out of Europe.
My mom said that Rafi on the Doll is really, really hot to watch.
Hey, man, I'll give it to him. He's a pretty man, you know.
That's really funny.
Well, then they got the different surfaces too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the U.S. Open and stuff. Is it U.S. Open?
Oh,
I think,
the
New
courts
York
are made out of the same thing?
Yeah, like some courts are like red and blue.
Some would be like
some
the
of them are
clay.
turf. Yeah, some of them
would
are
be
clay.
the grass or turf or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It changed the way the whole game's played.
What's this guy's name that's
Clay's
interviewing
obviously
him?
faster.
That's Nadal.
No. That's the guy that's interviewing him. He's the bad boy of tennis. What's his name?
John McEnroe.
Yeah.
Johnny
Good old
McEnroe.
Johnny McEnroe.
Yes.
Somehow I was at work one day and I was just had YouTube videos that kept kind of playing through, and it got on to like the bad boys of tennis, and it was all about John McEnroe.
That's really funny.
And that dude would go off. he's funny. Cracks me up.
Tennis is fun, man. I think I really didn't get into it that much until I started playing it. This is me and my one of my first real roommates in the Coast Guard. We got this dope ass apartment on a golf course, and it was a public golf course, stuff like that. But they had a nice tennis court and stuff. And so we just got into tennis, and we were out there like every other night, just playing 3-4 hours. Just
Really?
yeah, it was
That's
great,
weird.
man. There is something so intense about a one-on-one competition like that.
Well,
It's so much fun and
then
it's
you
so
watch
addicting.
you guys, and it's like, how do you return 122 mile an hour serve?
Yeah, fuck that. That's like the way I think about the dudes that stand up at the plate and like hit 105 mile an hour fastballs.
That's
That's insane.
Game. That's a
That's
guessing
like
game.
yeah. No, thank you. Get hit with
I'm
that
gonna swing now.
right now.
Yeah, because like right there, they're playing on grass, but then the French Open they were just showing was on that red clay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
and that just plays the whole. I mean, that changes the whole way you have to play the game. Like you can't play
Different
the same
shoes
way.
you wear. That's very strange. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
It's a whole nother level of, athletic diversity, I guess you'd have to say.
Yeah.
But it's I fucking love tennis, man. I got to get into that again.
Oh, that one's clay. That's like dirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think that's
they'll slide.
Australian.
That's really strange. I
Isn't
did
it?
not know that.
So they're just playing like a 30 for 30 type style
I
documentary.
think
on
that's
it?
what this is. Yeah.
That's
That's
like their
dope.
little rivalry for years.
Yeah.
It might just be
There must be some major tennis
strokes
thing.
of genius. So I don't know what
Interesting.
that show is.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that works.
let's go.
I like it. What's next?
Horse racing.
Catching up
races
on.
at Belmont
So
Park.
Wimbledon is happening right now.
Oh.
It looks like it. Cause we just
It's
switched over.
set
And
to
we're
the
getting,
15th, I believe.
and now we're
Okay.
going to Daytona Beach. We're talking NASCAR, boys. Do
I've
you guys
never-
like NASCAR?
I've watched it on TV once, and I have one of my buddies, Biscuit.
Biscuit.
That-
Biscuit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh.
He was just talking about how he's like, dude, at some point in your life, you got to go to a NASCAR race, and like he said, it's completely different when you're there, like at the track. He was like, literally, we didn't sit down once. It's just real exciting.
That's
Apparently,
weird.
I bet it is.
I love me some horse racing though. I love going to Emerald Downs.
I
The
went there one
Breeders'
time
Cup.
and I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be really cool.
And it's not super expensive.
Not
like
really.
when you're there. Like it's like it's not like you
Belmont Park.
can dress nice and go there, and like it can be a super expensive experience, but to just go like out in like the restaurant area and sit down and just fucking watch some races and
Dude,
shit.
We
it's like,
I do it through Groupon, where I get this $10
Yeah.
Groupon voucher, where that gets you in, it gets you a program so you know who you're betting on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also gives you a $10 food voucher, so it pays for itself.
Right.
And then I just bet a little bit here and there just so I can got enough, a couple dollars for the next beer or whatever. But when I went out there last, they had it was one of the promo days, and they had in between some of the races, they had a race with camels, in which one of the camels' name was Donald Hump. They had zebras, and the funniest one was they had ostriches, and the jockeys on the ostriches, by the time they hit the stretch and made it to the finish line, there was not one person sitting on their ostrich.
They all fell off.
They all got dumped off their ostriches.
Oh, shit.
It was hilarious.
Okay. Where was this?
Emerald Downs.
I want to go see some camel ostrich
It was hilarious.
races.
They had
They do all kinds of
They
shit.
had a promo day. I think they got the wiener dog races coming up.
What?
They got
They do all
corgis
kinds of
they'll do out there. But yeah, we happened to go pick a day where they had a couple exhibition races.
Go on.
And it was they had camels, they had zebras, and they had ostriches.
Dude, how do you get into the camel and ostrich racing racket?
You're not quite good enough at jockeying horses.
Yeah,
Is that like minor league jockey?
That's gotta be it.
It was hilarious.
Those who can't jockey horses jockey camels, and when you
To
can't
see the
jockey a
gait
camel,
of
you're
these,
jockeying an ostrich.
the strides of these ostriches going down, it was like long-legged waddles.
That's weird.
And it just
Dude.
dumped them all up.
Okay, so we're watching the Breeders' Cup Challenge, right? And this is at Belmont Park.
Yeah.
So I used to live, Carolina's parents lived probably 15 minutes away from Belmont Park.
Oh, really?
Can you believe that it is that close to Queens, looking at that, the background?
No.
No.
I think right there you're kind of looking up towards what we call the Gold Coast. It's the northern coast of Long Island. A lot of really expensive houses, really nice places, so there's a lot of green.
American
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
But, it's amazing to think that, the Belmont is basically right on the edge of Queens. It's, looking at, the coverage of it right now, you cannot tell that's on Long Island. That close to the city.
No, I had no idea it was in New York.
Yeah, American Pharaoh.
I can't
Triple
believe
Crown winner
that.
last
I
year.
can't
Yeah.
believe that two of them won
Triple
that
Crown?
close together.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
What was that 2-3 years ago that American Pharaoh won, and now already Justify won Triple Crown? That's because it was, I don't know, a long time. Since the last person had won the Triple Crown,
I'd have to ask
when American Pharaoh had won.
Yeah.
But then we're 2 years later. My family's really into the Kentucky Derby. We watch it every year. My grandpa was from Kentucky. He's from Middlesboro, Kentucky, and so it was it's a thing that we do every year.
Yeah.
And so my grandma obviously tracks it, and will tell us. So that just seemed really strange that it had been so long since there had been a Triple Crown winner, and then there's two so close together.
Right.
But what the fuck do I know about racing horses?
I know nothing.
Nothing.
My mom always watches the big races, and she knows all these horses and stuff like that because she's a huge horse person. But I never know when it's happening until it's happening, or the day after. I'm oh shit, I missed it. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I never really follow that stuff.
Gardening
I switched it
to gardening with Cisco.
It's gardening with Cisco.
When I was working grounds department at Bellevue College, we went to a landscape and horticulture type deal convention at Seattle U, and I met Cisco.
Really?
Yeah, and he is just he is on TV. He is the same guy that you see on TV. That bubbly, giggly, curly-haired guy.
That's funny. Yeah, he's such a trip.
He's a weird guy.
But your mom was saying that Croatia takes out Russia today. Did that really happen? Because that started at 7. Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I'm sure World Cup coverage will be eventually on our list. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, my dad had mentioned that too.
But yeah,
Croatia
that's
took out Russia.
It looks like it. That's what Don's mom was saying.
Croatia better.
I was hoping they would. Man. It'd
that
be
means
so
that she
dope.
thinks that they're gonna take out Russia.
Okay.
They probably play each other.
Yeah, because I think England and was it England, Sweden? Somebody was playing this morning. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'm gonna check it right now because I've been
just don't give a fuck about soccer.
Oh yeah.
I will listen to you talk about it all day, but I don't personally care. Oh, now that you're here, because I don't want to forget, my mom asked me to go to watch the final game of the World Cup. And we're going to go to the Mexican place. It's on the 15th, I think.
The up yonder?
Yeah,
okay.
Just right here. You and your wife are more than welcome.
that'd be
You
dope.
also, Casey. We're just gonna go and kick it and watch the game.
What, the next,
Yeah, the
little
one right
next
here
one?
down
I've heard you
Keyport.
talk about that one.
Yeah, we're gonna go there on the 15th. It's a Sunday, I think.
It'd be a nice way to spend a Sunday.
Exactly. So we're just gonna go and watch, whatever time the game is. We're not sure because it was too far away. But
Yeah, let's see. I just got the thing
because
pulled
everyone
up.
cares about my World Cup plans. But
Today, final. England took out Sweden in the quarterfinals.
it's over for
And then-
the next game's
Yeah,
Thursday.
Croatia. Wow. It's a 2-2 Russia-Croatia. And then I think that's PKs when they put them in there. It's either that or occurred points. But 3-4, Croatia is moving on.
Damn.
That is awesome.
Watch out, Putin's coming for you.
Half of those players aren't making it to the next match.
Right?
Next thing you know, Russia annexes Croatia. You motherfuckers. You're not taking me out. Okay, go to the brackets. I want to
All
see
right,
the brackets.
Cisco, you're taking too long.
Dude, I love gardening with Cisco.
All right, we'll wait a little bit longer for him.
It's so
It's
rough.
good.
We'll come back.
Oh, it's not even gardening with Cisco.
Oh, paid programming?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
they just
it's
said that.
Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
that's
they
why.
got paid programming
It
going on.
was gardening with Cisco.
But now it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now we're watching golf.
Golf on
PGA
Cairo
Tour.
7.
Golf is something I love to play golf, but I have a hard time watching golf sometimes.
I've never played like a round of golf. I've like gone
I'm bad.
it's like to the driving range, but
Mhm.
I've never.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to get out and practice again because
Sam Saunders.
my work is forming a team next year.
A golf team?
Yeah, because there's a big industry tournament that happens every year,
Really?
and it's a good networking opportunity and get to know other people in the thing. And so we also want to go out there and see if we can, do our own company some pride, and take a victory or something. But yeah, I got to get out back to the driving range now and get all loosened up and see if I can even hit the ball straight anymore. But it'd be awesome, especially since weather's been really beautiful lately. Great day to get out there and get a couple rounds in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't watch golf.
All
Man. I
right,
don't
then
know
we're
what
moving
it
on.
is.
Susan Graver style. QVC.
QVC.
Word.
Dude, you ever heard?
This is a printed liquid knit maxi skirt with a slit. And if you buy it now,
Look good with you long legs.
$37.46. That's red, right? That's a red color.
Yeah.
And 4 easy payments of $9.37.
Oh my gosh,
So
I can't. Oh, now we're
What's
switching
this
out.
one?
Next model in.
this
What do we
is liquid knit pants with grommets. What's a grommet?
A grommet?
Is that the button at the bottom?
Yeah, it's a type of button type thing.
Well, let's see the
I think.
grommets.
Come on, show me some
Give me
grommets.
the grommets.
Those are grommets. Oh, it's like an opening, like an open circle fitting.
It almost looks like a D-ring, like you would put
Yeah.
something through it.
Yeah, it's like a D-ring. There you go.
You can order it on your iPhone, your iPad, or your Android.
For $49.98,
That seems
or
expensive for
4
pants.
easy payments of whatever it was. Uh-oh, the next model showed up.
Get out of here, bitch.
Get
There's
out of
something
here.
else on the screen.
Yeah, you can't
Susan
hold it
Graver
down like
stretch
that.
lace open front cardigan.
Oh man,
This one's a pink sweater.
this is a pink sweater.
$61.50.
4 easy payments, $15.38. Now, you ever heard Mike Rowe talk about his time over at QVC?
No.
Oh, dude, that place is a dark cesspool of like trying to take advantage of people.
Oh,
It is so jacked
I can't
up.
QVC?
imagine.
Yeah, like during he used to work like the midnight to 5 in the morning or some shit like that, like the late night ones, and like the calls you would get, he said, just would so depressing
Yeah.
and so terrible, and you're trying to push this crap onto people that like severely overpriced, and it's just how this is still an industry right now. I don't know,
Jordan's grandma buys so much shit off QVC.
dude. You should not do
Because
that.
4 easy payments of what, 13 something for this
Yeah,
cardigan.
$15.38.
dude, you go TJ
You can get
Maxx
it in
right now.
steel gray.
Steel gray, get it, baby.
Sun-kissed pink. And they
What
have
is there?
the
Yeah.
sizes at the bottom that it's available in right now.
3X. You can get up to 3X on this pink stretchy sweater. $61.50.
Do you know what I think about when sometimes is like 100 years ago, the size difference in people, you know? If you and I went back 100 years, people would think we're fucking freaks.
We were giants.
Yeah, you know, and that just seems so strange to me that people have grown so much in not that long.
Shit, man. You should go down to Ecuador.
The people that conquered this world were shorter than any of us, you know? Way shorter than any of us. Like,
a Roman legion all showing up at like 5'3".
Right. That's
what up, boys?
Weird. Like, that's really strange, you know? But
that's why, dude, it fucked with their heads so much when they started to run into like the Germanic tribes and the Vikings and shit.
That were just
because they were like big, huge, you know, monsters and shit. Yeah,
well, especially if you're in hand-to-hand combat like that,
dude.
Yeah,
straight up a knife fight, man.
Dude, I wouldn't necessarily say that's mental warfare. I mean, it is, but when you're hand-to-hand and you got, I mean.
I also think
Vikings are some big dudes.
I also think about that, especially when I was watching fucking Game of Thrones, you know? Just how gnarly, like, warfare was at that time. You know, that's, nothing now is as gnarly as it was then. You know, like, even as nasty as, like, World War II was, nothing compared to, like, that. You know, when people are chopped up and they're just left there to die, or, like, the way that they can help you is to just cut one of your fucking legs off, and they're like, maybe it'll be okay. Like, hopefully, you know, you also might die. Like, we'll see. You know, that's weird. Like,
Dan Carlin did a really good perspective on that on one of his shows. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, you got to think about this. Ancient warfare was a knife fight. I mean, it was up close and personal, blood, sweat, and you're stabbing somebody through the. You know, I mean, you are murdering a human being. Up close and personal.
Yeah.
Serial killer stuff.
Yeah.
You're chopping them up into pieces.
Not like some urban warfare.
No.
Right.
Like, you are hand-to-hand mashing into people.
Yeah. No 100 yards down the range, just
nothing.
Popping off people, and you see them kind of, you know, whatever. But
right.
No, that's some fucked up shit, man.
And every time, too. Like, it's not like every once in a while you have to, like, kill somebody in close quarters. Like, every fucking time, that's what you're doing. That's crazy, you know? The people that live to be fucking 40, you know, that live to be old men at that time that are like, I've seen 10 different battles. You're like, Jesus Christ. Like, that is absolutely absurd that you have lived through 10 different occasions of people running into each other with fucking sharpened pieces of steel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's
and the
absurd,
fact that these, like, wars went on for so long.
For so long.
Dude. Insane.
Yeah.
Like, what if you had that job, too, after you won that battle or war? Where you got to go through, and you're one of those guys who just
stabbing,
putting the final little stab as they're writhing in pain because they haven't been killed yet, and you're like, sorry, man, you're done.
Dude, can you imagine having to live like that? I mean, I guess your perspective would be a lot different because it's literally kill or be killed all the time. There wasn't like laws to protect you. Like,
but it's hard.
There's no Geneva Convention.
Yeah,
you know.
But it's hard to imagine that people really fucking lived like that.
Yeah.
You know? Just in contrast to our lives now. That's why I feel like I just told Jordan the other day. We were having a conversation about fucking campers, right? People buying campers, right? So I'm like, so to me that seems counterproductive because the whole point of camping is to like reset, right? Is to show yourself like, well, I have become soft in my time of living in the world and I should live in the woods for a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
I was like, honestly, if you're looking at it objectively enough, like, it's bad enough that we take a tent and like an air mattress and sleeping bags and shit, you know? It's like, used your example, was like you and fucking Jake slept in hammocks the last time, you know? And you didn't love it, but you did it, like, and it's because you get fucking soft, you know? And so to buy a camper or an RV and then to go camping in this camper and RV and to have a TV and to have like fucking electricity the entire time and coffee and all your whatever that's not like
I'm not
fire. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, I'm all down for camping in a tent and in sleeping bags and shit. You know, like down all day and cook all the whatever like over a fire and then maybe a camping stove and shit. Like I just don't get it. Like, camping is supposed to be kind of shitty. You know, that's the point. Is it's supposed to be kind of shitty,
but it's rewarding.
Maybe it'll rain the whole time. Maybe it'll rain half the time. Maybe it won't rain at all, and it'll be great. You know. Also, one day maybe you fucking cut your hand and it sucks really bad, and then you go back the next day and everything's good to go. Like, I don't know. It just seems like it should be kind of shitty, and it seems counterproductive to be buying
Yeah, it should
campers
be
and shit.
primitive
Yeah.
in my mind. You should be getting back to, like, I like to go up in the mountains and disappear. I don't want to hear traffic. Every now and again you can't help it, but you hear like airplanes sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, you're out there at night, it is fucking silent.
Yeah.
Like the ringing in your ears, like my mild tinnitus.
Yes.
That will keep you awake at night because it is so dead quiet. And it's a whole nother level of dark.
Yeah.
Dude, when you're under the tree canopy like that and there's no light around for miles, it's dark.
Right.
You can't see your hand in your face.
Yeah.
It's nuts. But, yeah, and, you know, I like the fact that the water you bring in, you know, whenever we do backpacking trips, like the water we bring in is our only water unless we find more water. And we have lots of different ways to purify water and stuff like that, you know, because, you know, we like to get out there away from society, but we like to bring all of our high-tech survival gear with us.
Right.
You know, all of our tents and stuff are ultralight. My two-person tent weighs like a couple pounds max. It's like super dope. You know, all the food you got to bring in, like if you don't have that, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then in the meantime, we got people ordering these weird ass $45, $65 dresses and skirts.
With
$37.46 with the slit.
Dude, I don't
They
get
had
that.
bisque as a color.
Oh,
Andre
shoot.
Rowe waltzing forever.
Ooh.
Yes. I know this guy. He's the one that conducts Anthony Hopkins' symphony that he I don't know what you call it. He wrote. But
Anthony Hopkins wrote a symphony?
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins is an incredibly talented musician. Classical musician.
I did not know that.
I have his CD. It's amazing. I'll bring it for you.
That's really
It's so awesome, man. He's very, very talented. Yeah, he composed. He composed an entire album. I think one of the ones. Yeah, I think one he wrote from scratch. The others were different arrangements and stuff that he did.
Yeah.
Of everything, but it's an amazing album. And his one song, he wrote it when he was a kid, and then didn't do anything with it forever and ever and ever. And this guy, this conductor, this conductor goes all around and goes on these tours, and his last tour that he was
a couple
on.
of old people making out.
Yeah. There's a really cool video of him when he first did his song. Anthony Hopkins and his wife were sitting in the crowd, and he's sitting there getting all teared up, and it was pretty cool. Very powerful piece of music, too. It's very cool. Oh, look at that. Ballroom dancing in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's got to be a whole nother skill set.
Heck yeah.
That was impressive.
For both her and him.
The way he was taking her around for a turn?
Yeah.
Look at that whole courtyard. There's thousands and thousands of people there.
Wow.
All lighters out. Or no, they're little lights.
Yeah.
They give everybody little ring lights. That looks awesome. Look at all that.
That's cool.
That looks amazing.
I love when they goof up the closed captioning, though.
Yeah, right?
I don't know what that means.
Dude,
Take
Netflix
my
does
hand
that.
in.
It's so funny because Carolina speaking, you know, her main language being Spanish and English, like we have all the closed captions on Netflix and Hulu and everything. They're just constantly always on. We listen in English, but they're in English too.
Oh,
yeah. It just helps her in case she misses something, she can read it. And so, like, this is my life normally.
That's funny.
But some of the I don't know what you call them, providers, the platforms, Netflix or whatever.
Oh, we picked her up in the wheelchair.
Whoa! Look at that!
Whoa.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
Okay, this has got to be the new Olympic sport. If we call ice skating an Olympic sport, let's do that. That looks insane.
Wow. Dancing in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Good on him, dude.
That looks pretty awesome.
I wonder if she's strapped in there. Or
Gotta
if
be.
he just
gotta
fucking...
Either that or she
just took the whole thing.
He didn't have it by the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, you know, those things are so... There's so much physics involved in all those moves. I wouldn't be surprised if... No, she may not be strapped in.
You ever seen Murder Ball?
Murder Ball?
Yeah.
No. I've heard of it.
Basketball in the wheelchairs?
Yes.
No.
There's a documentary about it.
Yes.
Mark Zupan, that was his name, was like the main character of that documentary, and he also did some shit with Jackass, but those wheelchairs like don't have backs, they're like just seats, you know, and the wheels are kind of cambered a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's gnarly. Murder Ball's crazy as fuck.
Look at them, he's jumping around up there. This is the most interesting classical music performance I've ever seen. A bunch of people out there with maracas. Everybody dancing in the audience.
Now they're getting it. It's not romantic anymore.
The ultimate fiddler on the roof.
There was
Yeah.
people making out.
Oh! Spinning the cellos around.
Jesus.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, what are
She's
those,
loving
Italian
it.
flags? It's gotta be Italy.
Yeah, I gotta wonder where these at. Where they're at.
Yeah. Everybody's loving it. Look at that.
Oh,
Whoa!
That old lady is just... She looks like she's possessed.
She's got the spirit of the music
Yeah.
running through her.
Show her again.
Yeah, these guys are getting after it.
Yeah.
This whole symphony.
Look at all the big poofy princess dresses they're wearing. That's insane.
Should have a camera on the TV, too.
We had to be breaking some kind of rule if we tried to.
I know.
Look at that. That's a trip. Look at the old Parthenon stage. Wow. Hey man, later.
Guys shaking
He's
water
shaking his
bottles.
water bottles.
Oh, there's a Scottish flag. There's all sorts of flags flying.
Yeah.
There's a UK. It's just a big peace and love
Ooh,
festival. Oh, real fireworks.
Taking the big girl with them.
Did she have devil horns on? What was
I think
that?
she did.
She wearing
Nice
a red
feather
flower or a
boa,
feather boa.
right?
That's insane.
All right, I'm moving on.
This is way too entertaining. Yeah, we got to move on.
Person of interest.
Joe TV. Okay, I hear about Joe TV. What the hell is this Joe TV?
Yeah, they
Joe
changed
TV. Yeah, I don't remember what it used to
Did
be.
it used to be Spike? Or no? No. Because they don't have that Spike TV anymore.
Spike isn't a thing?
No.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how much
It
cable
used,
I watch?
it used to be on Comcast Channel 57.
Yeah.
But they don't. It's not that. And you need a subscription for it now.
What?
Like, not the basic cable.
Huh. That's
Dude,
lame.
Stupid.
Wonder if they have like a streaming service.
Joe TV, was that
I
like...
don't remember what it used to be. It used to be like Q13, like something like that. But CW11, that's what it used to be, and now it's not that anymore.
Is that
The CW11
used to be
is-
WB, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
WB
Google
to
this.
CW11
Joe
to Joe
TV.
TV. But CW11 still exists, it just isn't on this channel anymore. Because that's what like Riverdale is on CW11 and fucking Arrow and Supergirl and all them fucking superhero shows. Those are all on CW11.
KZJO.
With
Joe
SWAT team
TV.
going in?
I
Have you
no
guys
idea.
have you seen
This
that whole
looks like
deal
one of
with
those
people
crappy-
getting swatted?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
people
yeah,
playing
yeah.
video games or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll call in and what exactly is it?
They'll
basically it's a SWAT team that
report some type of really nasty federal crime at
like a
someone's
hostage
house.
situation.
Like
Give them
someone,
the address.
someone would call and say that we have like a pedophile ring going on in our house. So the SWAT team descends on our home, and we're fucking sitting here doing a podcast,
They can have a
not doing nothing.
five-man team come in, crash through, and we're like, what are you doing?
We get hemmed up even just for 10 minutes for them to figure out what's going on, but waste the SWAT's time, waste our fucking time, bust our fucking door down, does all this nasty shit because I beat your ass in this video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, over some stupid shit. It's like it's the new way of sending 30 pizzas to someone's house. You know? Like, oh my god.
I feel like I would be kind of.
I used to go to school. I went to school with kids that my friend Cody, his brother, Brendan used to do this. They would order pizzas to the dude's house across the street and just record it. They used to do it all the fucking time. Like, all the fucking time, to the point where they wouldn't take orders over the phone without money to that dude's house anymore from like any pizza place.
What a
Yeah,
Kind of
which
funny.
looking back now, I'm like, how inconvenient. But when you're fucking 16, you're like, that's so fucking funny. And like, yeah, it was a great prank. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's irritating, but super fucking funny.
Back when we were in high school.
That's
so angry about
funny,
that.
dude. That's really funny.
Dude, back in high school, me and a couple buddies, we'd go to construction sites and like nab a cone here, nab a cone there, and then we'd go to a cul-de-sac and we'd block the cul-de-sac and just hide up in the woods and watch. And you'd see people come like driving around and they'd stop and just be like,
Yeah.
and they'd go right back out and go around.
dude.
We would block off our street because we lived like at the bottom of two hills, you know, and so we would, my sister accumulate. She was 7 years older than me, so she would accumulate traffic cones, and And then we would just block off the street and just sit in our driveway and just watch and see what people do. And like you said, a lot of people would turn around and go the other way.
Oh yeah, cones out. People just be like, well,
every once in a while, someone would stop and move the cones and then drive through, but like rarely. It's like, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna fucking happen? What's going on here? You know? It seems so weird that so many people
I saw
themselves
like
be inconvenienced.
because like I was reading, I saw some article. It was in the news, and some girl or two girls out in Auburn, high school girls. It's like we used to just block it with cones, but these girls ran like fishing line across the street, and almost like a guy riding his motorcycle at night drove by, and it was head height.
Oh no!
And luckily the line snapped. But could you imagine taking it? Because he had like a good superficial cut, on his neck.
Dude, we used to do this thing that's called canning. Did you ever do this when you? So you take like
canning.
You take like 2 milk jugs, right, and you fill them up like halfway, and you attach them with a fishing line, and you set them on opposite sides of the street, and so people drive through, and they hit it, and it slaps the side of their car, and it's really fucking loud, and it scares the shit out of people. And so you do that, you just sit back up in the woods, and you just wait and just watch, and it was, dude, we used to do that all the time.
Oh my god.
One time we got chased, some dude like saw it. And because we do it in the middle of the day, and it's so funny, I'm crying right now. Like that's right. And we were with this girl, and I don't want to say her name but I'm pretty sure that you know her, just to like protect from the podcast. But we were with her one time, and we got chased into this little neighborhood by our house because this dude saw the shit. So he got out of his car and started to chase us, and we like jumped over this little like creek thing, and on the other side was like grass, and us and me and the other 2 boys made it, and she jumped and ate shit, and I was the only one that stopped to like, okay, we have to get up, we have to go. Like the other 2 just kept running. It's like, okay, like I care, but you have to get up and go. Like I really don't want this dude to catch us. We have to go.
I had buddies in high school that they used to egg, and they egged this one car. And they stopped, and they ended up, same thing, getting chased. And I guess it was like a good chase around town.
Bad news.
And then they got to the point where they thought they got away. And so they pull back into they get into the neighborhood where he lived, get out, go inside, and they're just like hanging out in the house. Well, he left the car unlocked and they had like the 5 dozen eggs, right?
Dummy.
So that unlocked car with the eggs still in the car. Well, guess who starts rolling around, still trying to look for him?
Fucking idiot.
Ends up by chance, the people who were chasing him are like, oh, we recognize that car. That's the one we were chasing. So they happened to like look in, saw that it was unlocked, saw the eggs, smashed the rest of the 5 dozen box
in his
all.
Oh,
that's
my
what you
God,
get.
That's what you get.
Dude, that is
my
perfect.
God, that's what you get.
See, I'm okay with that. That's like street
That's
justice,
street justice.
Man.
All you had
that's
to do,
what I'm good with.
I mean, you could have been just washing it off in the next, because they didn't find it till the next morning. But like,
dude,
I mean, it's one thing if you
That's
got egged
bad.
and now you just got to wash the car off. But like, it was on the inside.
That's
All you had to do was lock it.
hey
That's
man,
fucked.
don't be an asshole.
No, you get what you get. And you don't throw a fit.
That's fucked.
That was crazy. I remember hearing that story on Monday. That was a good story.
That's
Coming back to
hell.
sitting in class and oh shit.
What are we watching now? Oh no, these burn victims,
I think so.
Yeah.
untreated
Untreated burns.
high school,
Aye.
open wound.
Burns
oh
in
my gosh.
Africa. This is wild. Disfigured people and children.
Oh, so terrible. Oh,
that
dude.
looked like a foot with fingers.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
That is that's terrible, man. That is so.
All right, we're moving on. Bring
Yeah,
down the
we
energy.
can't do that.
I do care.
Wow.
But ask this old house.
This looks like an old school home improvement show.
Yeah.
Reseeding a dead section of lawn and
This
blending
is
it in
Tim
with the
Allen.
rest of the yard. The basics of changing a toilet and an off-grid home test commercial HVAC equipment.
Wow. It's weird.
So-
Like these are the shows that like used to be your only way to like learn about home improvement.
Yeah. Before YouTube.
Yeah. Thank God for YouTube.
This is on KBTC. I think that's also. This is like our local PBS station.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is what this
That's
is.
got that PBS. Look at that guy. He looks
Ooh.
grizzled. Who is that? He
I
looked
don't know.
he looked mean.
Yeah.
He's probably one of those dudes that goes out and like shits on contractors that do bad work.
Right.
And gets all angry and like,
all right,
we're gonna
this
fix
is all
right.
shoddy work in here.
Yeah.
This is all bad.
We got to redo this whole thing. Whoever did this shit, they should never be licensed again. I used to watch a couple of those shows. It was what was this? I think it was Holmes on Holmes or something like that. Guy's name was something Holmes.
Yeah.
Big fucking hardcore looking dude. He'd walk in and just be like, "Oh well, this is all crap. This is so dangerous. This could have killed everyone in this house." Okay, buddy. Okay, can we just fix it?
Code.
We need to get this up to code.
That's funny.
I don't. Oh, look at these people. I love
Okay,
bad
shit.
commercials.
Gorilla Glue it. Hey, Gorilla.
Oh,
Get it?
I get the commercial now.
This is Gorilla Glue it.
We're just gonna Gorilla Glue everything.
We're
huh?
just gonna Gorilla Glue these fucking bricks together, and
Yeah.
everything will be sick.
You don't
That's
need
crazy.
mortar. You don't need cement. You got Gorilla Glue.
Fuck cement. I don't want to have to learn how to do that. It takes like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna build a brick house out of bricks and Gorilla Glue.
Dog, you literally buy a bag of cement
some
and fucking put
gorillas-
water in it.
Gorillas
That's
are massive. To see like the muscles on those things.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
the
not trying to
video-
run into one of those in the wild.
Like
Absolutely
videos
not.
when people are at the zoo and a gorilla rushes the glass, you know? Fuck that, dude. I'm dropping a shit right fucking there. Fuck
Dude.
you. This glass is gonna hold a gorilla. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I
No,
don't.
because they like sitting, like you see those videos of like the mom taking a picture of her kid and the things in the background, and then all of a sudden he takes just these couple strides and he's there, and just a full body slam.
Yeah.
And to hear the
Dude.
power of that,
Fuck you, dude.
dude, that
Yeah.
thing. If
No.
you know, if a chimp could rip your body part, like
A
you
gorilla
know,
will literally tear you in half. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Wookiee
not-
style.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just.
man.
I'm
Those
just.
baboons don't look very inviting either.
I'm not willing to risk
those things are
it, you
made
know.
of fangs.
I,
Oh, dude.
I keep my distance from the glass when I go to a zoo. You know, now being an adult, I have a hard time going to a zoo. Like,
Yeah.
so like this
I don't
just
know about
doesn't seem
this.
quite right. You know, there's something not, especially here because it's not always fucking warm. You know,
Yeah.
if you go in the fall, you're like, all of these animals are upset. Like, none of these animals are happy to be out here because this giraffe is fucking shivering. Like, there's something's wrong here, you know? It just doesn't. But I don't know. I've like Jordan went to the zoo in Florida and she said it was rad. You know, it's just like, and ever since I went there, I don't like to go to the zoo here because animals there were way happier because it was like really warm and fucking, you know, the climate was just way more to them. And I don't know. There's some shit we just isn't supposed to live up here.
Yeah, right.
You know, just don't have it here.
See, when I was going to school over in Hawaii for that 1 year, we went to a zoo. Just kind of did the tourist thing when my mom went over there to
Zoo
drop
in
me off.
Hawaii, huh?
Yeah, and they had one of those white tigers,
Really?
and that thing it was gorgeous.
Wow.
But yeah, they had some cool stuff there. Those big cats, man, those are pretty impressive too.
Yeah.
Those things are straight muscle, dude. Just like a gorilla, just like a tiger. You know, like I've seen a video of like a jaguar that killed a fucking crocodile. You know, and they're like pulling it up.
That
like,
was
to
nuts.
shore,
The
and
thing
you're
was
yeah.
on the bank, and he did whatever.
Down
I've always
into
thought
the
cats don't
water.
like water. That one did.
straight into the water to kill the crocodile to bring it back up to eat it. Like that's
Wow.
you just killed a dinosaur, bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like
You just killed a
murdered
dinosaur with your mouth.
with your mouth. That's too much. This guy looks like he doesn't know anything about his house.
Yeah, I feel like I want to punch him in the face. He better not be the contractor here, because I'm going to get angry.
I wouldn't trust him to do anything on my house.
No. A trusted and safe.
Have
way
you
to-
seen on YouTube? Have you seen the commercials for the new TV channel that has like Steven Crowder on it and like
CRTV?
Yes,
I don't think I've ever seen any of their commercials, but
I
know
know. I've
it's a
seen a,
thing,
couple of
yeah.
ads. Maybe because I've been watching Steven Crowder videos, you know. So
Mhm.
maybe that's like why they're popping up. But Gavin McInnes also like has
Yeah,
a
he's
show on
on
there.
Candace,
Weird.
or no, not Candace Owens. She's at Turning Point now. There's another girl that I used to watch all the time, Roaming Millennial.
Weird though.
Yeah, she's a part of CRTV. But it's cool.
Like very.
I don't know how to put it, but it's
Let's just face it. The new media sucks. So just
Yeah.
watch it here instead. Like
there you
I'm
go.
pretty sure that's something that I have heard them say on there, which I'm not saying is a terrible thing, but it's very interesting. And the things that I've heard from Gavin McInnes are not my favorite things I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's
and
very interesting.
Steven Crowder, I can appreciate his point of view, but the way he presents himself is often fucking terrible, I think. Like, really, really, really hypocritical, I think, Steven Crowder, where he's like a huge dick, and then when you're a dick to him, he's like, oh, well, that's weird, because I wouldn't do that to you, and then, like, is a dick to you, you know? And then he's super condescending, and I don't like that he's, like, openly rude and, like, thinks that it's funny or something. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that, where he is so into how hostile the left is, and everybody's so fucking hostile towards me, and I, you know, everybody's going after me all the time, and I would never do anything like that, though, you know, but I would never do that. But he's like that all the time. Like, Steven Crowder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that about...
I feel like if you were to meet Steven Crowder, he wouldn't be that way.
And I
feel like it's his like on-screen persona, kind of.
I believe that would be the case too. That if I were to meet him, he probably would be a cool guy, you know, because I liked him when he was on like Joe Rogan and shit, you know.
Yeah, when he's more of himself.
But yeah, no, I don't like I said, that video where his point is to take down the immigrants, and so he sends 2 people in who work for him to purposely undercut the immigrant workers, and then his point is like, oh, well, they obviously don't want work because they're not willing to work for $20 a day like the dudes that I paid to go in there to undercut them continuously.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really make sense, because you also could not survive for $20 a day, so what's your fucking point here, right? Like, when you paid 2 white dudes to go in there, continuously undercut the Mexican guys, and then your point is, oh, well, they really don't want the jobs that bad because they're not willing to take whatever denominal amount of money I'm willing to pretend to take because you're the one that's offering it to me. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, you know? And I don't like the way he presents shit like that.
I think you could
That's deceptive, I think.
I think you can draw a decent correlation between that and, say, the FDR-style government jobs where, well, there's a shortage of good paying jobs, so we're just going to create some new ones. Yeah. We're going to do some make work jobs and then pay them a salary. Well, you just killed the private sector that way.
Yeah.
And so if there's a systemic problem in that private sector job, like in, say, you know, the fruit picking industry, like that, but then you pay a bunch of, you know, people that normally wouldn't take that job, you pay them more than you would get, and then have them go do that job. You're just forcing somebody out of that market by overpricing it.
Yeah.
And so that's essentially the same argument make against government and, you know, make work jobs. So I think I see what he would try to do there, but I think it's the wrong way to do it.
And that's wrong. That's what my point is, right? Is that, like I said, I get what he's saying almost all the time, and I almost always get down with it. But I do not like the way that he presents it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like I've been watching a lot of like the Change My Mind videos because I think that shit like that is important just to hear what other people have to say, right? Mm-hmm. Not Steven Crowder, because most of the time I get the point of what he's trying to say, even though he's presenting it to try and be confrontational. And then that's the other thing, right? Is he presents a point like male privilege is a myth, you know? A statement you know full well is going to cause controversy, and then you present it there, and you're like, oh, well, I don't want any problems, you know, I'm just trying to hear and just have reasonable discussion, and, you know, like, civil discourse and all this, like, and I get it, you know, because in an ideal world, that's something that you should be able to do, but you know, when you present a fucking question like that that's not how it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I ran into this.
I don't like that.
Well, how much of that, too, is, like, trying to get those type of people that will be offended,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if he worded it a different way, maybe you're not going to get those people.
You're not going to get good content out of it. Like,
so it's in the way you got to word it that makes it some sort of controversial on a low-key level. Yeah. Where now you're getting those type of people that are going to really be offended. And
he tries to act like he's not, like, doctoring the situation, you know. Even if it's not, like I said, it's not a huge thing because it's just the way that he's posing the question. Yeah. But you're certainly constructing this situation to go the way that it is and be confrontational to attract those certain type of people to have good content and then act like you're not being confrontational and you don't want to cause any problems. And, well, it's so weird that people would treat me like this when I go somewhere and I present an opinion that is certainly well fucking informed and, like, well researched almost always. Mm-hmm. But you present it in a dick way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't appreciate that about.
Because that applies in a lot of different levels, not just like these political issues that we always talk about. Like, yesterday I ran into a situation where I had 2 parties and they were arguing over, I can't really talk about it too much without getting into my industry, but these 2 people had a problem, and it was a very, very simple problem to resolve. But just their two attitudes right off the bat being incredibly hostile towards one another prevented any form of, good dialogue from ever being possible.
It's tough.
And so here I am trying to play the mediator and make sure both parties are happy.
Yeah.
And which isn't even my job. I'm just trying to put out some fires, really, to prevent future problems. But it's like, if you guys just would have come at this situation with assuming that the other person actually has good intentions, that they don't have ill will towards you, you probably both would have been a lot better off.
Right.
But because you both come in ready for a fight, and you're looking for a fight, you're going to get a fight.
And it is both of them, and then he acts like it's just them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the...
And I think that's part of what he just does.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's what part of his shtick, I guess, for lack of a better word.
And that's really my only beef, because I also agree that it shouldn't be like that. That those people, that he should be able to go to somewhere that completely opposes his ideals, like Dave Rubin does at Turning Point,
Yeah.
This guy goes to a completely conservative organization and is there to be able to present his ideals, I think that Steven Crowder should be able to go to fucking Berkeley or something and just set up and talk about whatever the fuck he wants, and nothing should happen. But that's not where we're at.
No.
That's not where the world is right now, and to try and present it that way, I think is false. But
it's just
I get down on, like I said, I get down on what he's doing, and what he's saying I agree with almost all the time. But
because he's never usually that wrong. He's very careful to make sure every data point that he researches, everything is very factually correct.
And that's one of the things I can appreciate is that he is so like this and this and this, because I'm the same way. Well, when we were talking about abortion, like, well, I'm gonna look up Roe v. Wade so I know the exact fucking whatevers of the parameters of how this worked out, so we can talk about it. Like, so I get it, and that's one of the things I appreciate about him. But I think it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's how it's presented that I'm just not a huge fan, and mostly because I just don't like his style.
Yeah,
I can see where a lot of people do like it, and I'm definitely not going to fault him for doing what he does.
Especially
there's definitely a market for it.
Especially with as divisive as shit is right now. People are really gonna like that shit. And I don't like to change my mind videos because they make me feel more confident in my point. I like it because I think it's important to understand why people hold opposing views. And that's why, as ludicrous as maybe I think some of that shit is that those people say, because a lot of times it is fucking crazy, the shit that they say. But I'm like, but if that's like really what you think, and that's really what is fueling like your thought, then I should know that, and I should understand that that's why you think that, so I'm not just ignoring your fucking point of view. Like, so that's why I think that shit is important. And a lot of people that we work with especially will say like, well, I just can't watch it, like, it just makes me really fucking mad, it just frustrates me. Like, it doesn't frustrate me, it makes me, I don't know, it does partially make me more confident in my views, because I'm like, well, I know that you're fucking crazy, so this is obviously not what's right, but it also, like I said, it just helps me understand the opposing argument a little bit better. I think that's important.
It's really important, because if you don't understand how the person got to where they are at, you're never going to be able to trace back, say, like, their errors in logic along the way, so that you might actually turn them around.
Right.
If all you do is shit on their views because, oh, you're stupid, or this doesn't make sense, or, well, the facts just say this. Well, no, you got to find out their way of thinking so that you can go back and say, okay, so right here, let me tell you why I think, like, this way of thinking is wrong, which I think isn't that hard to do for a lot of people. A good, solid, long-form conversation can change people's minds, because you actually have a much better chance of learning how they got to there, and then you can maybe change, maybe your mind will change a little bit, because it comes to some middle ground. You never know.
Well, I think you're right. I think a lot of times it is just one piece of logic along the way that just doesn't make sense. Just a flaw in thinking somewhere along that pathway. Whether it's like not realizing like the real world implementation. Like when you think about, like, this is like heavy, but like when you think about communism, like on paper, that's a beautiful thing. Like everybody should be equal and everybody have what they need and everybody be fucking taken care of. Like, but when you implement that in the world, it doesn't work. Like, and we can see that based on like evidence from the past. When you implement that into human society, it just does not work.
Because we're not robots, man.
No, there is. I mean, that's the thing that Jordan Peterson talks about a lot. Is like there is hierarchies ingrained inside of us the moment that any group of people starts to do something together, there's a hierarchy. Because some people are going to be better at it than other people. And whether or not that causes a problem is something else, but that is a hierarchy that is there by definition.
Yeah.
You know? So it's when things get implemented in that, like that it gets fucked up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
It's because we can't. We're individuals.
Yeah.
Human beings. You cannot be.
Not units.
We don't work as part of a collective very well.
Yeah.
A loose collective maybe, but it's still, you know, every value that we have in our Western democracy is all based off of the aspect of the individual being the center focus.
Right.
And so once you pull that away, people lose individuality, and that's never a good thing. That's always going to be a disaster somewhere along the way, because at some point, that's why kids rebel all the time. Like if you're a parent and you're always preaching, I don't know. Like I know a guy whose girlfriend belongs to this very extremely, I don't want to say Christian family, but they're like hardcore Baptists, and she doesn't buy into it at all. But she lives in that world, and so you can see every thing that family does, or like her parents and stuff. They're all geared to pushing that daughter into becoming one of like their cult.
Yeah.
And by the harder they push, the farther she goes away. And if you do that on a societal level, I don't see how that would ever be anything but a disaster, because we just don't work that way.
Bad news.
Bad news. Bad juju. Well, I was just looking at the time, Don. It's we've been doing this for about an hour so far.
Yep.
Is it time to grab some beers, and I'll whip
it
out
is.
the timer, and the power hour shall commence.
Yeah, I gotta go pee.
Yeah, man.
I'm following.
And I'm gonna grab some beers.
Word.
And then we'll do this. So
This should get interesting.
yeah,
This
you
is gonna
and
get
Casey
interesting.
entertain the people, and then I'll grab beers, and then you and I'll entertain the people. while
Works for
Casey
me.
comes
It's
back.
been a couple years since I've done one of these power
I
hours.
never done one before. That's why we're doing it.
All right.
It's going to be interesting. Do not push yourself, boys.
No. I was going back to the college days too. Me and one of my roommates, we tried one of the Busch Light 30 beer challenges.
Busch Light 30 beers.
Yeah.
So how's that work? What are the rules first?
You get a 30 rack, and you got 24 hours from the first one to crack to try to get through 30 of them. And it was so. I mean, I'm talking like we started the day off with a Busch Light and scrambled eggs. Like that was a brutal combination. That was
24 hours.
Yeah, we had 24 hours. So we started probably. I think it was like. Had to have been probably about 8 a.m. and we got to about probably midnight. And it was like at this point we'd had so many beers. We weren't even drunk. It was like you just could not physically get another one down. You were just so full, so bloated that it just I remember getting to 26, 27 and being like, this is dumb. Like I don't even want these last ones. I don't ever want to see another Busch Light in my life.
Do you drink Busch Light now?
No, I'm a Bud Light guy. I'll stick to my Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever.
Dude, I haven't had a Bud Light in a long time.
Yeah.
I used that was like, because I didn't like beer until, God, what was it, like 25?
My turn to empty the tank for
Tap
this
out.
this little show.
But it's interesting, like my first beer that I got into was Bud Light.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I strayed from the path early on. And today, we're going to be getting into some Ranier. I'm going to be some Rainier beer. It's definitely a Pacific Northwest classic. It's been around. How long has Rainier been around, Don? You know?
1878.
1870. Are you fucking with me? 1878?
Yep.
All right.
1878.
Let's do that.
That's what it says.
That's insane. But yeah, it's got a long history of love in the Pacific Northwest, and I think really all around Washington State. Disappeared for a long time. I think the brewery went out of business or something like that, and then ended up kicking it back off, and I think they changed their recipe a little bit, but it's not a bad cheap beer, I guess you'd call it. I mean, it's a decent, it's a good golf beer. We'll say that.
Bud Light?
Rainier.
No, Rainier.
Oh, Rainier? Oh, yeah.
Rainier's pretty alright.
Rainier
I'll go Rainier.
beer. And
This is not 14, but this is beers.
it's enough to get us going for a minute.
Yeah.
So would you mind if I snagged one of those
Nope.
just to sip on myself?
See, one of my
watch you guys suffer.
I always like to get usually when we go to the bar, I'll get Bud Light, Coors Light, one of the two on draft. And a trick that my buddy from Southeast Georgia taught me: put a little dash of salt in it.
Huh.
Yeah. So when it drops
1878.
takes out, a little bit of the carbonation.
Mm-hmm.
So just you don't get so bloated.
There you go.
Little less gaseous.
Little because that's I think
fewer
gonna
burps.
be part of the issue. Is this is just going to be a high volume of liquid going into your stomach.
Yeah.
So usually the problem stems from the volume, not
Just
the
having
alcohol
so
content.
much liquid in your stomach.
Yeah, it's like the same problem with the 1 gallon milk
Oh
challenge.
yeah, dude.
You can't fit that much in.
We did that in high school, and we had guys putting food coloring in theirs.
Oh my god.
We'd have gotten, like, everybody had their different strategies. You had some that were just trying to pound it down.
Yeah.
We had some guys that were, because that's in an hour, right? Gallon in an hour?
I think so, yeah.
We had like red Solo cups, so people were like measuring out like 8 ounces. So they're trying to take like 8 ounces of milk in a minute, every minute or whatever. So it was like a milk power hour. But like you just hit that wall where you feel like you can do it for a bit, and then you get to like that last third of it, and you're like, no, hell no, I can't do this. And we had guys that were projectile vomiting, and they put the food coloring in it. So guys are puking red. We got blue. We got green.
And the last time you did a power hour, you did do it, right?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we got
this.
I'm
On
like,
the beer
like
side.
it's got to be done. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it can't be.
No.
Let's get our first shot poured out.
All right. Let me get my timer ready. Okay, so let's just do this real
Making
quick.
me feel young again.
Let's say if you were going to do your 30 rack challenge in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you're going to
30
stay
beers in
up.
24 hours.
Yeah,
Tried it in
but you got
college.
to sleep for part of that,
That's a lot of beers.
right? And so
Yeah.
even let's say you pulled like an 18-hour day.
Yeah.
So that's 30 divided by 18. So you're like a little over 1.5 beers an hour. So it's about I
I was
still,
probably
that's a lot,
probably
man.
drunk
You're
3 different
consistently-
times that day.
Yeah.
Because you take these little breaks and you get sober and you're just like, oh, my belly's too full. Then you try to hit a couple more out there again. You got an extra beer
Consecutively
for me.
Oh,
drinking
yeah,
like
sorry.
one
No, I
beer
think you
every
did
half
Yeah,
hour.
so it was like, it was almost like you had to do it in stages. You couldn't quite do it like
Got a couple more under here for you.
perfect.
Oh yeah, you guys might need some napkins or something too for some spillage.
Oh yeah, I'll go. Right. I'll grab a towel.
It might,
Just in
get
case.
to that point in about like 40 minutes.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
right.
we will. I know this is gonna be the longest hour of my life.
It definitely is.
Have you done this before, Offie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing it now.
Oh,
I did not have a good time.
Did you finish it when you did it?
Fuck no.
No.
No. No, I
Do
think
you-
it was just all the carbonation and everything. It was, and we had already been drinking a little bit before then,
Oh, yeah.
so just a little bit, and because that's what kind of got me in the mood to do it.
Scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel?
In your abilities,
Yeah.
I don't think we're too bad. I think my odds are probably 70-30 for you making it.
I mean, that's pretty good, I guess.
I'm just thinking here. 70-30
At
are
least
my
you're
odds.
honest.
Yeah.
All
Right.
right, Penny, if you're going outside, it's going to be now.
That's hilarious.
Choice time. All right.
Got to make a decision, girlfriend.
Okay.
So let me get this
Let's go.
ready.
Thanks for doing it, man.
Of course. It's the 21st episode. Got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jacob Brenton's in the house.
There he is.
What up, baby? Power hour time, son.
Oh, man.
That's really
Oh,
funny.
here it goes.
There's my favorite boys.
Oh, shit. This is going to be fun.
All right, so we're going to start this countdown clock as soon as I get my ass in gear here.
What time is it?
Stopwatch.
2:48.
Yeah. We're going to, I'm going to wait for this clock to tick over to 49. So we'll have a legit hour.
And then you're going to start your 1 minute.
Exactly. Go! Drink! 1 minute on the clock,
Cheers.
boys.
There we go.
Boom. One down.
Take one down. Pass it around.
Do.
Fill it right back up
All
again.
right. So how do we feel, boys? How do we feel? We
I
feeling
feel
confident
good.
right now?
1 in, I feel good.
Nice little sip there.
Are you like tallying or so we know when 60
Get
comes
on the,
around?
Actually, that's a good idea. I should probably do that. I'm just gonna hit the lap button on here.
So when we get to lap 60,
Yeah.
Dude, on Pawn Stars, didn't the old man, didn't he just pass?
he did.
Yeah, he did. That was sad. I mean, it's sad when everybody dies, but...
Yeah.
Chum Lee, that dude's a goofball.
Dude, I have not had
It's not
a
bad.
Renier in a while.
It's not bad.
No, it ain't terrible. All right, so let me break you guys down here. Don, Case Bohls.
R.I.P.
All right, you got 10 seconds left.
All right.
8.
I feel like we're starting out strong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Consume. All right, 2 down. We're keeping the tally going. So what's this guy buying on Pawn Stars here? $300. He's looking for. My watch is telling me to stand up. Screw off watch.
Fuck you, watch.
I wish I could just turn up.
It's
that
a
stand
box of
thing.
something.
It's a box of no good.
Oh, it's
This
is a first.
What is that? Oh
Um,
yeah, real valuable.
could be really valuable.
We got to get the expert in here. We got to make sure. You got 29 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what
Ooh,
it is.
fast-
What's the fastest car in the shop? 65 Shelby Cobra, 05 Suzuki Habasazuha, and a 2006
The
AYT
speedboat.
Speedboat.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that speedboat.
I'm going with the motorcycle. 10 seconds.
Do boats get measured in miles per hour or like knots or?
Knots. But it all converts over.
Yeah, what's the conversion in miles per hour?
Don't ask me that question. Drink a beer. Lap 3. I'm curious how many laps you can put into this stopwatch.
Hopefully at least 60.
Yeah. Well, I got manual tallies going too, so we should be good.
Have you ever heard of the Century Club?
Maybe.
Century Club is 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. And I don't want to do that, but...
I feel like I would legitimately die.
Jacob said it's going to start hurting around 30 minutes.
There you go. That's right, buddy.
That's what Offie said. I'm taking my shoes off already.
The odds have just changed to 65.
My knees are starting to hurt.
Oh, yeah, just sit down like that?
It's when I was talking to Dr. Plum about it, he said they call that movie theater syndrome. I have chondromalacia, that's like what it's called. So the cartilage in my knees is just super weak.
10 seconds.
Words. And so he said that it's called movie theater syndrome because if you sit for a long time, it makes your knees hurt. But also if you stand for a long time, it makes your knees hurt.
Drink.
What's a shot glass? 1 ounce?
1.5.
For some reason, I was thinking 1 ounce.
Me too.
Yeah, they're like just over, right? 1.5? Something like that.
So I was like, so that means a beer every 12 minutes. But wrong. A little bit quicker than that now.
Yeah, right.
Now that I've had to do another conversion.
Pretty soon we're not going to be able to do those.
Mark, you don't look
Morgan
too
said,
interested.
So Donovan, I'm guessing you won't be coming to WRB Brewing with us tonight. Don't hurt yourself. We'll see where I'm at after Power Hour.
Yeah, we're going to be hitting up that, was it Western Red Brewery, Pillsbow.
Really?
Haven't been there yet. It's been there for a while, too.
Well, maybe if I'm not too fucked up.
I don't think you will be.
Because I think she just invited me. So
Boom.
fuck you.
It's on the Facebook.
We'll
3,
see. Thank you.
2, 1. Drink. That would be number 5. That's good. That's good. Okay. I'm keeping pretty good time. That one was like 2 seconds over, but
This reminds me of the first time I played. What's the game called where you put the cards under a King's Cup?
Kings?
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah.
First time I played King's Cup with my sister and like my brothers. I got really fucked up really fast and then got really sick. That's what this reminds me of.
yeah, Kings can be it can be fun.
If people have it out for you, it can be really bad.
It
and
can.
I was 6 or 7 years younger than everybody, so they
Then
all.
there's
had it
that
out
one
for
where
me.
it's like, I can't. I'm the worst at like remembering how to play card games.
Fundraiser for Kids at Humane Society.
Boom.
I do love puppies. She
Absolutely.
said, "Come save the puppies, Donovan."
Yeah. 5, 2, a drink. This is exciting. I like how you guys have 2 different tactics here. I've noticed you have 2 different styles going
Yeah.
on. Casey's a throw it back guy. Don is a nice drink it down slowly.
I think that is part of the trick, and I've never done this before, so I don't fucking know. But
Maybe there's less sloshing around, less foam.
Yeah, less. Yeah, because that's what I've heard is that people throw up, you know? So it's like, well, so you got to cut down on the amount of air, you know, that gets tossed in there.
That makes sense.
But I don't know, you know. It's just
that's why
it's
with
just
my
a
draft
theory.
beer, now you know why me and your boy Biscuit, we like to put, shout out to Biscuit.
Sprinkle the salt.
Yeah, a little sprinkle of salt, take out some of that carbonation.
Yeah.
Bloatedness.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to do more sitting back, that's for sure.
Man, Chumley,
This lined up.
Chumley, do you think because what, Pawn Stars, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Chumley's
5
really
seconds.
that dumb? Or do you think he plays into it?
I think he plays into it.
1, a drink. Oh, damn it, my phone shut off. Boop, boop. Number 6.
Nobody on
that'd
cable
be
TV is actually who they are on TV.
Yeah.
Let's see, so that was slot 5. I forgot to hit the lap button.
You know, that's like
So
the
we're
end
actually
of that
on
beer.
number 7 right now. 1, 2, 3.
There's about nothing
4,
left in that
5,
beer.
6.
I know.
So this that
Got
was
some more for you down here.
Perfect.
Bum, bum,
Not
bum,
to be dirty.
Yeah. Oh, Peony. Oh, shit. My father-in-law's on here. He said, holy shots. Power hour, baby. Power hour.
15 seconds.
Hi, Peony. Getting in here.
Oh,
Saying hi to
Penny,
the people.
the show dog.
Yeah.
Maybe you could see her on the phone.
Yeah, the OG show dog, huh?
5 seconds.
Get your head in.
3, 2, 1. Consume.
How many is that?
Perfect.
8?
Ocho.
That worked out.
One
well.
beer down. So it looks like a nice perfect 8. Well-rounded.
Oh,
Oh,
Penny.
oh,
Penny.
careful, Penny.
Come on
Careful.
now.
Penny's thirsty.
Have some class. She loves reindeer. Oh my god.
Does
Penny
she?
Oh yeah.
She's like, yo, give me some of that.
You want a little bit?
Just a hair. We'll sacrifice some to the dog shots. She got one little lick in there.
Yeah. She loves reindeer, bro.
Yum, yum, yum. People used to feed their horses beer every now and again.
I read online it wasn't good for them, but
Probably
people
not.
know that. The internet knows, doctors know that people are going to do what they want.
5 seconds.
If my dog likes beer, I'm going to give her beer, but I'm not going to get her drunk.
Drink.
Yeah. I hear you.
So just enough to kind of wet their whistle, if you will.
When I first got Penny, right, was like right at the end of June, and because we got married the 18th and got her like a week later, and so the first she was here for 2 weeks and she had 4th of July here, and somebody had brought a cake, and so we were drinking Ridge Top Red, and I was carrying my puppy around, and she snuck some fucking drinks out of the Ridge Top Red, and I was like, that's my dog. Like, this is my dog right here. And so I started just giving her some, letting her try all the beers that I have.
Rich
That's
Top Red
adorable.
gives me a hangover.
Drinks
I
out
can
of
have
bottles.
15 seconds.
She drinks out of bottles pretty good, drinks out of cans pretty good. Like, she knows how to wait for the beer, and then, like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
good,
adorable.
She's a good dog.
If there's too much head on it, she'll rub behind her ear and stick
3,
it
2,
in
1. Consume.
My dad's dog, Blue.
Blue.
That one, we had to,
It's a good
back when my younger brother was playing Pee Wee football, we had to watch the dog, because he loves water bottles. And so he'd be thirsty, and next thing you know, he'd be going and grabbing somebody's water bottle, like one of the little Kirkland water bottle, Arrowhead, whatever.
Jack moving it.
And no, he would like get it. We'd find him because we'd be like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" And you come back, find him. He's sitting there with chewing the top off the cat
Oh, no
and
shit.
twisted and using his paws and giving himself a drink. It was like, dude, Australian Shepherd. That dog is smart.
He's super cute, too. Your dad brings him to work all the time. Casey's dad, Tracy, also works with us. So I see him like almost every Sunday.
10
when I go
seconds.
into work.
Yeah,
And Blue's almost always there.
always
Penny's up his ass. That's why I don't bring Penny in there.
Yeah.
She's just up his ass all the time.
on Blue.
Yeah.
Drank. Boom.
Blue down to play like for a little while,
He's like 9.
Yeah.
I think they got him back in 2010.
Yeah, and
I
so
was a
then
freshman in college when they got
so
him.
when he's done playing, he's fucking done playing, and Penny's not because she's only 2 and she's
Yeah.
you know
Come on,
fucking-
come on.
yeah,
Get
so
in there.
Like if I know Rebecca's gonna come in with her dog, then I'll bring Pinky.
Yeah.
Because
So I've seen Blue with Kaya, and he'll do the same way, where he's like, "All right, I'm getting old."
Exactly. Yeah, he'll play. He'll indulge for a while, but then he's like, "That's enough." You know, I've had it. I'm tired of this.
He'll lay on that cold cement floor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tracy hooks him up with like some fucking food and some water and shit. I mean, Blue's all kinds
Those
of
two
stuff
are
when he goes to work.
inseparable. That man's gonna
Excuse
be a
me.
mess.
Jacob said, "I'm feeling so salty right now."
So salty.
Yeah. We got to come up with names of, like you said last week, we had to come up with what we're gonna call our fans. You know,
Yeah, right.
Who
Drink.
listen to Salt to the Streets.
The salty ones. Salty sons of bitches. Mmm. So you guys take a shot, I just take a sip. How about that?
Mark, you're not interested anymore?
What's up, bud?
I love
Dipping out?
The cat's just like hanging out.
Just lost a lot of weight. Looks good.
Oh, big buddy.
Big
Big
paws on
fluffy
that
cat.
half Mancoon.
It's like, bro, get me out of here. Yeah, he's got a huge head, too.
Yeah.
Is that the Mancoon thing?
Yeah. And he has like an M on his head, like in the little black.
Oh, look at
here.
that.
Oh yeah.
That's a Maine Coon thing. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a telltale
makes
sign
sense.
of a Maine Coon. Yeah.
I have no idea.
There's an M marking above their eyes. It's weird.
15 seconds.
My parents used to have a Mancoon. That
He's a
thing
cool
was
ass cat.
big.
Plays fetch, yo. Mark will play fetch. When he's ready, he'll bring over anything that he finds. I mean, whatever he wants to play with. You know, don't. Just
3,
go.
2,
And just
1. Do
bring
it.
back a long time.
Yeah, this Mancoon who my parents had, he used to like, man, and he would do it with like a smile on his kitty cat face. He would trap squirrels under like one of the deck. He'd just sit there,
Right.
and then he'd hop up on top of it and like wait for him to try to climb back out, and he'd get after him. Big jerk. Then he decided to get into a fight with a car apparently as it was rolling down the road, and he got squished. Dude,
Yeah,
me and my
that
dad had to,
would happen.
That's the first time I've had to like scoop an animal up. Me and my dad had to just.
Oof.
Jacob's,
That's tough.
I was like, damn.
Jacob's idea for fan names is Salty Balls and Salty Bellas.
Salty balls and salty bellas. I like it. All right,
Excuse me.
throwing it on the list.
That's a good one.
Salty.
Is
10
this
seconds.
TMZ?
Yeah, I was just
Oh
gonna-
my god. We'll switch as soon as this shot is done. I'm starting to feel a little bit drunk, Case Bohls. I can
Right?
feel it.
Already?
You drink way more than I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I drink pretty much on Fridays and Saturdays. When I go to the bars with you guys and
Drink.
This baseball.
here.
Yeah, I'm a baseball coach. It kind of comes with the territory.
Oh, God.
Smoke
I told you
both the
before,
under
man.
the table any day.
Huh?
I said I'll smoke both the under the
Oh,
table
yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Mark. You trying to play, bro? He's feeling
beers,
thirsty.
I could drink beer for a long time.
Yeah.
Like that's and it's usually the first beer, and I can start to feel it, and then I can drink more beers after
Yeah.
that. And it doesn't escalate past that point, and then I hit that other point where I'm like, dude, I drank like fucking 13 beers.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking feeling it. Like I'm fucked up now.
Well, with like trying to get into the shipyard, like I literally haven't smoked since
10.
end of February.
Oh.
And I can only imagine what one
5.
hit would do to me.
2, 1. Kudzu. Hit the lap button. Oh, come on. Yeah.
We're watching HSN now. Excuse me, it's the Home
HSN.
Shopping Network.
Oh, so the same garbage.
Liquid color corrector 4-piece kit, $34.95. Flex Pay is 5 payments of $6.99.
I'd probably use that for some of the
Got
crow's feet
5
under my
flex
eyes.
pay. Dude, I'm just saying, if you can't drop $35 and you need to get 5 payments of $6.99, guess
You know-
what? Change the fucking channel.
And I can understand, like, maybe I don't have it right now. You know, like, I got to wait, like, 2 days. And then I got $35,
Yeah.
but, like, $7 over 4 weeks. Like,
I'll wait
that's a
on-
minimal amount of dollars over 4 weeks. You
I'll
know?
wait 4 days until payday.
right,
Oh.
right. This deal will be on hsn.com in 4 days. Like,
Yep. Okay, we got slightly behind, so 4, 3, 2, 1, back on track. I think we accumulated like 10 seconds there.
minute and 10,
Mm-hmm.
danger zone.
I think that means I got one left in there. One more shot of beer.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty even.
It's an interesting way to like consume these.
Yeah, right.
It is.
All right, so we're on the third.
I shared a little
This
bit
lady
with the
putting
dog.
these dots under her eyes. She looks like somebody who went to like.
Look at that.
EEC
What are you trying to do,
Paradiso
lady?
with like.
Have you ever just
What is going on? You're mixing it
stopped
in your
halfway?
face.
Don't stop halfway. That's funny.
Oh, I can't do it.
Is
Okay.
it time?
No, you got
Excuse me. I'm
you
so
got
sorry.
like 10 seconds left.
Good
Almost.
word.
10 seconds now. This is the most insane thing in the world.
Have you ever like watched your wife or your
2,
girlfriend do her makeup?
1,
Yes.
0. It's an interesting thing.
Because I don't know, like your wife doesn't look like she wears that much makeup.
Not generally,
No.
no.
And I mean, maybe just because we also are pretty comfortable around each other now, so that could, but like Jordan doesn't wear a whole lot of makeup either. But I have dated girls who have worn a lot of makeup, and like my sister, maybe not now, but used to wear a lot of makeup, and so it would take like an hour probably for her to like do all the everything. So we would sit there and kick it and smoke, and like, I would watch her do makeup sometimes. I'm like, this just seems like such a fucking process. Like, I feel like doing my hair in the morning, which takes maybe 5 minutes, is like a chore. I'm like,
Yeah.
like if I can
10
find
seconds.
a shirt that's gonna match with a hat, that's what
Good
I'm
to
gonna
go.
wear today, so I don't have to like do my hair. But
2, 1. To drink. Driggity drunk. Oh, Jake said something on the Facebook.
yeah, just 1 sec. I don't want to spill.
Yeah, easy, boys. Easy. Easy,
I
man.
did spill. I was trying to look at the same time.
We got time.
He said, "Keep up the good work, boys. I gotta go save the world.
Go save the world,
We'll
big guy.
miss you, baby. Thank you for coming here. I can't wait to see. I want that motherfucker on this podcast.
It's going to be so much fun.
You guys telling me how hard he is to read just makes me want to just stare into his eyes and ask questions. Like I pride myself on being good at like reading people and not like getting to like not knowing about your past, but just having a feel for who you are. And I've only met him like 2 times, and
10 seconds.
I wanna really fucking
Get in there?
Like, yeah.
This lady doing her makeup is like the Bob Ross.
Yeah, we're
What
still on
is this?
HSN.
Drink! This is endless entertainment. Are you kidding me? What is going on here?
I don't know, but she's got.
I
an
told you
entire,
cable TV was a good idea.
She has an entire color palette on the back of her hand.
Yeah.
This is like Rick and Morty intergalactic fucking cable. That's what this is.
It is.
We'll do this every couple of months because I'm telling you, this is a good. We haven't even made it to the political parts, and we're already in fucking Power Hour.
Dude, I felt like a.
And this is a podcast at the same time.
Right.
I can't wait to listen to this on Tuesday. Ain't
30
no fucking
seconds.
fact checking needing to be done.
I went to a 4th of July party. And I go there, and I felt like I had to have been
local
one of the oldest guys there.
Where were you at?
I went to 4th of July party, one of the second ones kind of popped into, and I was definitely the older one there. And I get there, and I can't remember the guy's name, but it should have been a Brad or a Chad. This dude gets there, I introduce him, and I think it was his house. And immediately, he hands me a beer. He's like, "Come on, man, let's shotgun. You ever shotgun?" And it's like, "Buddy, I'm 27. Yes, I have."
Shotgun quite a few
So we
beers,
shotgun one. And then he like gives me a nice little kind of tap on the chest. "Me and you, we're going to arm wrestle later." And I was like, "Listen, buddy, I can't remember your name because I'm the worst with names. I am the worst with names. I apologize to anybody I ever meet. It's going to maybe take 2 or 3 times for me to remember." But yeah, I almost was like, "Hey, look, Chad, you," and I know that wasn't his name, but simmer down, guy.
Simmer down.
Arm wrestling? What kind of game is this?
Yeah, what are we trying to do right now? What are you really trying to do?
See, one of the things I think
You
is
just
the
want to
dumbest
whip
thing.
it out and see who's
Like-
the bigger? Let's just get this over with.
I had a couple, like, the one thing
5 seconds.
one of the things I refuse to do is wrestle drunk with. That
I
turns
don't
into
do
a bad
that.
thing.
I don't do that.
That seems very dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Because, like,
I don't wrestle. I don't slap box. I don't fucking put these gloves on. Let's fuck around in the backyard. I don't do none of that shit. I don't do it. I don't. Because even if you're not, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
No.
I don't fuck with that because even if you're not mad at me, if you have anything going on in your body, it's gonna come out and it's gonna come out on me. And I'm not. And if I have anything in my body, it's gonna come out and it's gonna come out on you. And I'm not fucking with that.
I know going into it, I'm gonna half-ass it because I'm not trying to like body slam you.
You
I ain't
can
trying to do
just
anything.
slap him and he'll go away. I mean,
just
like,
thought he was going to keep rolling.
I just mean it's up to you if you're uncomfortable with him being there.
He's just chilling. I'm totally good with the cat.
Case.
I get
No,
the cat.
that was it. It was just like that's the same reason. I just refuse to do it.
Oh, yeah, I just don't. You
Want to
know?
wrestle? No, I don't.
No,
To be honest
not
with you.
even
That's how I
little.
feel about the dick measuring thing.
3, 2, 1, 0. So this is what, let's see, 22 right here?
Worked. That's how I feel about at work sometimes. I don't know if I told you about this, Colin, but like a couple months ago, 3 people that we work with that I'll tell you about that aren't either of these two here, and it wasn't old man Dave, went outside.
Process of elimination.
They, yeah, so they tested to see how, I'm so sorry. That
He's good.
Marcus.
Get out of here.
Was this the throwing contest?
They went outside and they threw a ball as far as they could into the adjacent field to see who could throw a ball the farthest. And I'm standing down there watching it, right? Because what am I going to do besides watch them do this?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I am just thinking like, with the conversations that you and I have every single Saturday, like,
Yeah.
what do you mean that how far I can throw a ball, Matt? Like, tells you how big of a man I am. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty funny.
You had a former BMX rider trying to match up against a Division I college baseball player and a former 42nd overall baseball pick. And he's telling him, "Oh, I bet you I've been dragging throw farther."
And the thing that I think is weird, right? It's not just that, right? Not just that, because he'll always talk about, like, well, what do you know about being an athlete? To the guy who was a professional athlete for, like, several years. But
a lot.
It's the equation to, like, I'm a bigger man because I can throw this ball farther. You know, that, like, if any of those 2 of the 3, right, we're sitting here right now.
10 seconds.
Couldn't beat me in a debate at the end of this power hour.
No.
But how far I can throw this ball, I'm a bigger man than
right.
That's a strange measure of like of where you are, metric. You know?
That's funny. I mean, it does. That would be interesting to try to get said individual on a show.
BMXer. Barbara told me that we should have BMXer on the podcast.
It would be interesting.
And what?
Who said that?
Barbara. Barbara told me that I should have. And Barbara, if you're listening, because she does listen, then shout out to Barbara.
Barbara, I love you.
But yeah, she told me that we should have BMX on the podcast because I complained about him so fucking much when I go over there. And so she's like, you should have him on there because I think it would be really interesting. And I'm like, I'm sure that it would, but I don't know I could stand it for 2.5 hours.
Well,
maybe with you there to like moderate and like for the conversation to flow, you know, because he's not an idiot. No, you know? He's not dumb by any means. That is not the case, but there's just some weird, ignorant shit that happens, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, and I just wonder, because there's a lot of people that kind of do what most people do, I would say. It's just, you know, they all have opinions on things that they don't necessarily understand all the facts about. They don't understand
the headline.
Yeah. And
we're watching the local government channel. I don't know if I ever said that. This is TVW. Yeah.
Blockchain and crypto for the Port of Seattle.
I definitely have a nice, we're 24 minutes into this?
Yeah,
24. I definitely have a little bit of a glow over my shoulders.
Yeah, a little glow.
I'm definitely feeling a little bit of something in my face.
Well, you're almost halfway there.
And I feel good.
Because this next shot in 10 seconds will be 25 minutes.
I'm not feeling where you told me I would be feeling weird.
You're going to start to feel it.
Jacob, is that who said it?
Jacob.
About 30 minutes?
Yeah.
About 30.
And he said 25. Colin did.
See, I like this lap function because even if I when I tap it, if it doesn't do it, I can watch the overall time. It's very nice. I like
I'm not
technology.
good pace with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like being pretty much full shot every time.
Is this your guys' fourth?
This will be. I think I just cracked the
Or
fourth.
third?
There's 6 beers in here.
Okay.
So
Either way, we'll figure it out.
something like that. Oh, but yeah, I have 4 right here. So we're
Okay.
both on number 4.
My summer team, we're trying to go back-to-back state champs.
Really?
Yeah.
You
We
guys,
play on Monday at
you
Cheney
guys won
Stadium.
last year?
Yeah, we won.
Cheney
it.
Stadium,
Yeah,
really?
we get to play at Cheney
That's
Stadium
rad.
where the Rainiers play.
15 seconds.
But we won it last year as a 16U team, and I have the same team. Pretty much
Same
same
boys.
core,
Yeah.
same core. Yeah, I got a couple additions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
But Monday the 16th at Cheney Stadium. I'm trying to go back-to-back state champs, boys.
That's
Heck
rad.
yeah, man. That's awesome.
And like the cool thing, that's what I'm saying. Like the cool thing about it is like the main core of that team are the guys that I have on my high school team. So I mean, not that there's much of a correlation between that and high school ball, but at least when you have that main core of guys that you get to take to the high school season.
Well, that relationship is established, which is
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be really, really helpful.
Moved on to C-SPAN, just so everyone
Oh,
knows.
C-SPAN, Wisconsin.
So
on the
this
Republican-
is one of my excuse excuse me. The Washington Journal on C-SPAN is like they take questions from from the general public, and you call
10 seconds.
You call one line if you're a Republican, one line if you're a Democrat,
Yeah.
one line if you're an independent. So they know who you are before you go.
3, 2.
People get
1,
crazy on here sometimes.
Yeah, man, I've heard some calls. It gets insane. People are crazy. It's like going to a local town hall, except it's people from all over the world.
Well, and you can listen to
Nation.
it. You can listen to it on C-SPAN, like on the app. Washington Journal's almost always on. And so in the middle of the day, you know,
Yeah.
the only people that are there to call are like old people, and most of them have like at least one reasonable point that they're calling about, and some of them are just screaming about unreasonable shit, and that's what's really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, people get really passionate about shit that you're like, really, bro?
Yeah.
Really? This is your concern? Okay.
We haven't been taking no pictures, no nothing. off you this whole time.
15 seconds.
We got to be doing that, especially during the power hour.
Yeah. I'm going to lose track of time now.
All right, well, I'll do it. Case Bohls, you're going to take some pictures too.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Boom! So, have you guys been like paying attention to that crazy shit happening over in
How many is this?
Thailand?
About the
12
guys?
Yeah, stuck down in the cave.
Yes.
Oh, that soccer team, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so they went in there and it was raining, right? And that's how they got trapped in there. Is they went up in the caves and it was raining. And
It's like monsoon season.
yeah.
over
Yeah,
there.
and it's all limestone.
Yeah.
So
I have to pour shots.
Water just
Yeah.
hangs out.
yeah, so it's
Yes.
I mean, you get hit. All you need is a couple inches of rain, which was something they're expecting here.
And they even had a couple of days of like dry weather and were pumping water out and they still couldn't get them out. And then I read
Yep.
the other day that none of those fucking guys can swim.
Yeah.
None of the soccer players can swim, so they have to dive out probably, but none of them
And they're
can
trying to like create a dam.
Excuse me, power hour.
Yeah, even Elon Musk.
What number
2,
are we at?
1, drink. This is, let's see, 20. Next one will be 30.
Good thing these aren't Vegas bombs or something crazy that Drew would order.
I also read when I was looking it up that people will do power hour with drinks. They'll take drinks of a drink once a minute.
Whoever does that, you're insane.
That's
You're
insane.
gonna die. You're
30
gonna die
seconds.
doing that. I have to pour another beer. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, this will actually be shot. Yeah, because this is the 30th minute, so this will be shot 31. So that was shot 30.
Dude, I happen to
We're
come
halfway
across that.
through. How you feeling, Case
15
Bohls?
seconds.
Golden, baby.
I feel strong. I'm
I feel like I prepared for this like every Tuesday through Sunday. Sorry, Mom.
Trick! Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
I told you about my brother-in-law, right? My brother-in-law, Michael. when he gets drunk, he turns into Big Mike.
Yeah.
He's, oh my God, Michael when he's Big Mike is so fucking obnoxious. It's horrible. We got into this huge argument at Der Blocken one time about politics. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was.
You did tell me this.
Yeah,
And it was kind
terrible.
of slightly on the unreasonable side.
It was totally unreasonable. And when I started to drink, Jordan called me slightly drunk Donovan. She loves to take home slightly drunk Donovan. I'm funny and I talk to people and I'm willing to dance and I'm willing to like do whatever and like all this shit. She loves slightly drunk Donovan.
That's awesome. All right.
That's what she's gonna come home to.
I'm going to temporarily relinquish my duties after this one.
You have to
5,
pee?
4, 3, 2, 1, drink. All right, countdown's right here.
We're watching.
You can hit the lap button. You don't necessarily have to.
Can you squeeze out? Do you need to put
I
this
can
down?
squeeze out. We are good to go.
We're here. It's Power Hour podcast time. You guys are listening. I'm fucking proud of anybody who's stuck in for this long for the podcast.
Right.
Case Bohls, you're going to be listening on Tuesday, I'm sure, to hear yourself.
Every Tuesday.
It's been pretty funny. Facebook is still going, doing all this shit. I got some more fucking videos here. We just turned on something else. I think this might be Law and Order.
That's got Law and Order written all over it.
It is Law and Order.
Yep, there she
Yep,
is.
that's SVU right
20
there. That's
seconds.
what that is.
We're at the 20-second mark.
Info, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. 20 seconds. I'm gonna have to set this phone down again, and we're gonna be fucking taking some more shots of beer.
Yep. I'll give you the
I'm
5.
a big Case Bohls.
5, 3, 2, 1. This is definitely a fun, interesting episode. Sorry, Colin, I did miss the old lap button.
That's what he called me yesterday when we were talking about the show, and he's like, "Do you want to maybe like do 2 separate shows, like so people who want a more traditional show can like listen to that instead of Power?" And I was like, "No, fuck that. Like anybody who's
21st.
listening to the show, like you're gonna listen to the show as we want to make it, you know. And if you're gonna take it, you're gonna take it as it is, you know." And like I said earlier, every once in a
If
while,
you got people who are hanging in, like I've listened to
you know
20 episodes at this point.
exactly.
Been
If
on
you're
my
listening
third.
now,
You guys didn't miss your drink, did you?
nope,
No.
didn't
But
press
we
the
got
last
another
button.
one. Yeah, I forgot lap, but we are at about 10 seconds now.
And this will be 33.
Yep.
Well, it's actually 34, right? Because
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so sorry,
Drinkity drink.
everybody.
I forgot to hit lap again.
Oh, you good? Yeah, so it's 33rd minute. That means that's shot 34.
I was thinking about paying rent at World of Beer later, but probably not.
Oh,
my
Penny,
baby.
God,
My
Penny.
baby girl, Penny, I love you so much. Yes, I do.
She's such a love bug.
hmm From the time I met you when you were a pup.
Oh, Penny. You've always loved Casey.
I would give you some love, but I don't want you to try to crawl over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
she will.
that
She's
ain't
all
your
about
shot,
crawling
girl.
on people. Oh, Penny. What a good dog
You
she
give the
is.
best kisses.
She's
I ain't
such a
tonguing
good
you
dog.
back though, girl.
She's such a good dog.
10 seconds.
Best first dog I
9,
ever could ask for.
8,
Oh.
7, 6, 5, 4,
You're making me take it left-handed?
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drink! Oh, it's saying lap 31 was your weakest lap because it was 3 minutes long.
Oh yeah. How's the strategy of sipping it working?
I feel alright. Getting the burps out.
Yeah.
About to have to go and get more beers.
Yeah, I was looking in the fridge. I couldn't quite see them right
They're
off.
in a drawer. They're in the bottom drawer on the right because there was nowhere else to.
Got it.
All you gotta do is ask. I'll scratch it for you. I'll scratch the itch.
30
we
seconds.
gave her flea treatment today.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that stuff that you guys
Yep.
gave us, which
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
again, by the way. You guys are too much. I know flea treatment is expensive, so I appreciate the fuck out of
Got
that.
that hookup, B.
I appreciate the fuck out of that. We used to
15
get
seconds.
Revolution, which is
The
really good, but it's
Revolution.
super expensive.
That, I believe, was Revolution, right?
I
I think so.
think it's called Next Guard, which
Next
is
Guard.
like the next
Yeah.
thing up because it's the
Drink.
whole thing.
I'll go grab a couple beers so we have them ready to roll. All right, so how many beers was that total right now? You guys sitting at? Good Lord. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah.
That was a little over half.
Just doing what I do best.
We're doing this. We're out here.
Oh yeah.
We are out here. This is a fucking power hour. That is for sure. I see why they call it that now. I have to pee too. That's the other constrictor, I think, is that you have to try and pee in less than a minute, you know, which is not a problem, but if you drink...
No, because I got a baby bladder. Mine don't hold long, but it feels...
Me too.
It holds fat... shit.
It's no Joe Rogan. It's no Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan will sit for a whole fucking podcast. Where are we at on the...
Oh, shit.
Don't know yet?
Oh, shit.
It's
we're
time
4
to go
seconds
right
behind
now.
yet.
He's got like hardcore mental control. That's
I love Joe Rogan.
Hell yeah. All right,
I just started listening to that episode with Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday while I was at work. I can't believe that Jordan Peterson got asked to write this book right here. It's called The Gulag Archipelago.
Yeah.
And it's about Soviet work camps. And I just started reading it today. And, oh, this is MASH. Oh, we don't have this one.
No MASH.
And, oh, that's the TV guide. And he got asked to write the foreword for the 50th anniversary edition for Gulag Archipelago. And
That's pretty.
Like, oh.
That's pretty amazing.
And then I got mad that I just bought this because I'm like, I'm gonna have to buy it again. Like that sucks, you know.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Drink.
Excuse me.
38th shot. So what do you think? You think you got? So that's 38. So you think you got like another? You're like a little over halfway.
I just don't want my mom to be disappointed in me. Knowing I can do this.
I love you, Mama Bowles.
Betsy Bowles, I love you.
I have to go pee if I get past the 1 minute. I'm
You got
doing them closer
25. Yeah, you're just gonna hurt yourself in the
Yep.
end. But you'll be all right. We'll make up for it. And I've been losing track because I was gone. 37. So this will be your 38. Boom, boom, boom.
Burrito Paradise
boom,
on
boom.
Food Paradise.
Food Paradise? Burrito Paradise. Dude, Chipotle is Burrito Paradise. What are you talking about? We already know what Burrito Paradise is.
Right.
Dude, I haven't been there in so long. I miss me some Chipotle. I used to go like probably once every 2 weeks after work on Friday. I get out hella early. 2, 1.
Don't worry, I got you guys.
Alright, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Whew.
36, 37.
It's that bloatedness that's starting to kick in.
Yeah.
It ain't even, it's the volume.
Absolutely. There we go. Tally's caught back up, except for Don.
We'll get there.
He's going to have to take 2 shots here in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, no. that might be the issue. That might be the kicker.
Oh my god, it hasn't even been time yet.
Oh, no.
He's coming in, belting the belt.
I didn't want to miss it.
All right, so Don,
shit.
you take that, and then you got another one in 15 seconds.
Oh my god.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Fast
3,
39
2,
minutes.
1. Check. 39 minutes means 40 shots. I like just being able to sip this one beer.
What are you eating,
It
Penny?
tastes so much better.
Oh, it's peaceful going. Good girl.
She
Under the
eats bomb.
tripod.
That's fine. As long as the tripod don't move.
No.
She good.
That's the thing, man. I don't think you have bad dogs at all. Your dogs are great. She's just so hype. Chloe's just so hype, you know? She's a great dog. She's so loving and so, like...
Mm-hmm. Just try to take it down a notch.
Yeah,
Take it down a notch.
just so hype, dude. Which is awesome. I mean, that, like, with her... I mean, how old is she?
Let's see, how old is my marriage? 9. So she's a little over 9 years.
So... The fact that she's 9 and she's still that fucking lively.
She's got
and...
hip dysplasia, too. And she's still that crazy.
Come on, boys, we got 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That was good.
There it is.
Minute 40.
That was that frothy burp.
Yeah, it's still hanging out right there. Oh,
Oh
God.
Lord, I shouldn't be this good into it.
We only have one person watching us, and I think it's my mom, and I'm a little ashamed.
Don't worry, my grandma liked your page too. I posted about it on Facebook, and my grandma liked it.
Oh,
That's funny.
Just making you proud, Grams. Just making you
oh
proud.
man.
We'll move up again. I don't know. We've only made it to channel 21. I'm telling you, cable TV is a great idea.
Oh Lord.
The Jewish Jesus.
10 seconds.
Ben Shapiro, where do you weigh in on this?
Oh, God. It's probably a sin. Drink.
All right, if you insist.
Number 42. Now get down to the wire. You got, what, 16 left? 18 left, I mean? I can count. Not really.
I feel like Jeff Gordon at the Daytona 500.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing, baby.
Okay, there you
We're
go. Just because you're at the
Move
Daytona
on to
500.
Jewish Jesus. 2.5 Men. You guys ever watch 2.5 Men?
Oh, yeah.
Don't have that one. A
Bug's Life. That movie's pretty good.
This is a good movie. 98. You know I was 4 years old when this movie came out?
That's kind of
Wow.
Dude, the first
So
time
young.
those things look like cockroaches. The first time I saw cockroaches was when I was going to school over there in Hawaii.
Nasty, bro.
Dude,
15 seconds.
and it was that, like, I'd walk into the other room, flip on the light, and you see, like, and I kept my, hold on, let me clarify to everybody, I kept my apartment pristine clean.
3, 2, 1. Consume.
So I went home for, like, 3 weeks for, like, winter vacation, right? Come back, brought back all my clean laundry. Got to put some of the undies in the underwear drawer. Oh, I was pissed. I opened the underwear drawer. I saw one of those little shits
hanging out.
No, yeah, he saw me. He scurried away, went up and over the back like of the drawer.
Man.
I didn't know where he was. I pulled out all my clothes trying to find him.
He gone.
Yeah, I was gonna smash him, but
Yeah.
he got away. He learned to live to find another day.
That sounds like a medical case that they'd have on like House or something.
And then you see all those fissures over there on the Big Island.
Yeah.
That with all the lava coming out, that's about 45 minutes away from where I went to school.
Dude. 10 seconds. That whole volcano thing, dude, that's fucking nuts to me.
Moving on from A Bug's Life, as much as I love
3,
this movie.
2,
Ant-Man on
1.
TNT? What the fuck?
Launch. Shot number 44 going down. Ant-Man was probably my most surprisingly liked movie.
Ant-Man was actually pretty good.
I had such low expectations
more
for
beers?
it.
Something like that.
This hasn't been as bad as I thought.
No, I feel pretty good. Maybe the last 10 will do it.
I just know
but I
that
feel
I'm
pretty
gonna have
alright.
to unload the belt buckle.
Well, and like
Yeah.
as long, I feel like as long as you can burp and not throw up, you're good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's really the key
Just
because
gotta keep the air out.
sometimes you burp too deep and you throw up with it, and like that's where you throw up, you know. But if you can, does everything sound all right? In there?
44. Yeah, no, that's all good.
It worked. This is
So
a
I
good
keep the headphone
podcast. I know this isn't traditional Salt of the Streets, but every once in a while, I think we should do something fun. Like this.
We need a break.
I think it's good to. This helps gather other people.
It helps
Yeah.
bridge the gap.
People.
Oh,
who-
drink.
Let's do it.
Drink. That was close. Almost missed that one. Shot number 45 out of 60. Getting
Put the
down
dog
the
outside.
wire. Doggy gotta go outside.
Yeah. Whole time live stream is sick too.
Yeah, this is. I'm hoping it'll. I wonder how long it'll take to render.
Oh, probably.
Even with the new computer, it's gonna take a
Even on their
minute.
new lappy.
This week, I'm gonna start fucking around with the actual video cameras, direct to record directly to the hard drive and stuff. That way, pretty soon we'll be able to do like a multi-camera setup.
Yeah.
We don't have to do the phones anymore.
Random
It'll be
question.
dope.
Yes.
Random question.
And it's probably because of Power Hour. What do you think of people that pick their nose and eat their boogers?
I mean, bro,
It's bad news all around.
I'll just say, if I don't know about it, whatever.
What if?
But
you
it's
see
like
him?
clipping your toenails in public.
Dude,
Just don't do that, bro. I don't care what you're doing. Drink. Oh boy, here it is.
Excuse me.
I saw a guy do it the other day.
I bet you did.
Shit.
That's so weird to me to think about. Like, how do you just do that?
I don't know. I
It
wanted to
seems
ask
weird.
him, but I was too busy dry heaving in the corner.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I ended up moving on.
From picking your nose and eating it?
Yeah, for sure. You know? I don't know. I don't remember how old I was, but I moved on.
My mom always told me that kids that do that don't have friends.
I think that with our job, not to go into, like, too deep into it, a lot of, especially with where we were at, you know, depends on how you frame it for yourself.
Yes. Drink. This is actually, like, this seems fast to me.
Dude, this has felt real fast.
And I'm just watching you guys. I guess that just shows, like, how mean you can sit here, like, for 3 hours and only hit, like, 2.5 topics.
Yeah.
You know? It's not easy to try to... I don't know necessarily how Dave does it all within an hour all the time on his
Dave
show.
Rubin?
Yeah.
Yeah, his show always feels short to me.
Yeah.
And because his is not... Because Dave Rubin's show is not necessarily tied into current events,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard for me to listen to. Because there's so much shit I have to get in. Because I have the time. You know, because I am over you awarded that time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should.
Would you say you're more privileged than I am?
in that aspect? Yeah, and I feel like I should take advantage of that while I have it. You know, so
Oh, yeah, for sure.
so those type of things, the Joe Rogans, the Jordan Peterson, or the Dave Rubins go on the back burner for me sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that. For me, I mean, nowadays when I get the time to watch like a full-on Joe Rogan or something like that, I mean that's a treat for me. And so I really love to do that. And Dave's show now is nice for me because it is only an hour.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's bigger topics too.
Right.
You know, we talk about like the economy.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Dave Rubin is a great fucking show.
But as far
I
as current
enjoy
event
it.
stuff,
Yeah. I
If
enjoy
you're trying
it
to- yeah.
every time I listen to it. But because we do the show every week, like I feel like I have to get that time in because I don't have as much time to read articles, you know, because
Yeah.
once I get home, I don't have time by myself. Jordan's here when I get home, you know, so she
Yeah.
wants to spend time with me. I got to make dinner and, you know, help clean up the house and do all the shit. So I don't have as much time to sit down and read shit, you know,
Oh, yeah.
or like watch other shit or like that's why I don't read as many books. You know, I just don't have time.
yeah, I can definitely understand that. So it's 48, so that's the 49th shot. Closing in, boys.
Hey, man. Almost on the top 10.
Feel good.
So do I.
Woo!
I do feel drunk, but I feel good.
And I wonder how much of that is actually the alcohol.
And
So the other part's just like this. You know, you drank so much, you're just like, food coma.
So I read that by the time this
I mean,
is
it's crept down. I told you, I felt a nice glow in my
Yeah.
shoulders. It's down to my elbows now.
I read that by the time you finish the power hour, one of those beers has already been metabolized in your system. So you're only feeling 6.5 beers and not 7.5 beers. But 6.5 beers in 1 hour is still kind of a lot of
5
beers.
seconds.
So
2, 1.
Can't
Get
wait to
it.
see us get to that 50th minute mark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid, man.
So 49th minute, going on the 50th. We're almost there. Yeah, because we'll actually end up stopping this at 59 because we started at 0, not 1. Right? Is that how that works?
I think so.
Maybe we'll do an extra credit shot if there's one left.
61.
Might as well at this point.
Well, yeah, unless you go back and watch the full video, the audio portion, because I haven't said everyone, because I've been doing hand signals and stuff for you guys that aren't watching.
Yeah.
So I haven't counted down every single one. So you can't count it on
Excuse
for
me.
the audio. You may be able to count it by how many burps you've been doing. Maybe. 5 seconds.
Jesus.
And we have hit 50.
And we're at 50.
Well, that's your 51st shot. 50 minutes. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. I'm really excited for you guys. I'm really, really excited that I don't feel the way you guys do right now, though.
It's definitely getting to that bloated phase.
Yeah. And
I was feeling it at about 40.
And it's 3:40 right now, so I mean, you got the rest of your afternoon to start feeling like shit, or you're just gonna have to keep drinking.
That's what I'm saying, man. I might be back at the World of Beer
decision
paying rent.
time.
I might be Ubering. Kids, use your Uber.
They got Ubers out here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's been long enough now that
I haven't looked at
everywhere
Uber.
has an Uber now.
I haven't looked at Uber over here for like 3 years. Like back when I lived in Silverdale. And they had one guy that used to drive around Bremerton. And that was the only guy I'd ever see. So I thought about getting in that Uber game. And then I thought better of it. Oh, yep, shoot. Sorry. Keep going. One more. Get her down. Make room.
Excuse me.
That could only cost me $16 to get from East Bremerton to the boat shed.
Where's the boat
Friday?
shed at?
Thursday?
Is it like down by Ferryton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to need another one after this.
You got 30 seconds.
Whew.
I love Ant-Man. I gotta rewatch that again before I see the second one.
Went to my first ladies' night in a long time at McLeod's.
Oh, snap.
Oh, but that's not too big of a shout out. And Balake. Or Biscuit. Or however
Biscuit.
many names he
Yeah,
goes by.
why Balake? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Spencer was calling
10
it.
Yeah,
seconds.
he calls him that, and it has to do with some show on TV.
3,
I believe.
2, 1. Drink. Charlotte beer number 53.
This is about to be the best pee of my life. After.
I'm truly impressed, Case Bohls.
When I was in here, man,
Less than 10 left.
my cowboy boots are sitting over there, but I determined that I was going to dig my boots in for this episode.
Dig
Because I figured, you know what? We're bridging the gap. We're digging the boots in. It's the 21st episode.
Move on from it, man. Friends, move on from Friends, NCIS, fuck
Yeah.
NCIS,
Well, no to that.
NBA Summer League basketball,
No.
Knicks,
Summer League
Hawks,
basketball?
fuck that.
No.
Poker, fuck that.
Yeah, that's a riveting watch. isn't
Sports, oh god
it?
damn it.
MLB.
It cost me $400.
Well, you got the
last night.
LPGA.
Why the Mariners doing so good, Case Bohls?
10 seconds.
Good core group, man. I'm trying to battle through these burps at this point.
2, 1, consume.
There we go. We're on Fox News.
Many people. Okay, what are we? Youth hockey. Uh-oh, what the?
Oh,
Look at that.
Did you see? Do you know about this?
No, what
No.
is this?
So it was like I want to say it's like a junior hockey team
Oh no.
up in Canada, and they're
Yes.
there was some deal. They were going to a game. They were going to a junior hockey game, and there was a bad crash in which it killed like a good amount of the guys on the team.
I
and
think
it was kind
almost all of them.
of damn near the whole team.
Looking at that picture of the crash.
Almost all of them.
And
Good
from
Lord.
what I just saw that flashed across the headline was that the driver of the other truck that ran into them was getting charged
Excuse
for
me.
something.
Well, I think you'd probably have to at some point.
Yeah.
Because somebody's 99% of the time, somebody's usually at fault in the accident, and you can't just be at fault in an
We
accident.
gotta go.
Drink. Good eye, Casey. Good eye. You can't just be at fault like that and kill 20 kids or something like that, and not have any consequences.
Because there was only like I swear from when I last saw the last report, some of the kids, I can't say a bunch unfortunately, but some of the kids got honored at like a hockey game, and it was like 9 of the 12 survivors.
Yeah.
How you holding up there, Big Don?
I feel all right.
Well, we're down to the wire.
Where we at?
We are going to be hitting our 55th minute here in a
No
minute.
shit.
Yeah, buddy.
I
It's about to
definitely feel a little bit drunk. That's
We got-
for sure.
15 seconds till the next one.
That's for certain.
You feel a little.
Oh,
Your eyes
yeah.
are a little glassy.
Oh yeah.
You
I've been looking at this bong for like a half hour.
I
It's
said
like
pee.
I don't have time. I don't have the time.
And drink.
I feel like I'm seatbelted in. I gotta pee.
Oh man. You
Not
got
that
5
bad.
more minutes?
Oh yeah. Like my back teeth ain't floating that bad. Like I feel I feel a little bit where it's like, you know, if we're going on a road trip, I should probably go before we leave.
Yeah.
but my back teeth ain't floating. My eyes ain't turning yellow.
I don't know if I've told you this before. My dad's been watching like this whole thing, right?